Welcome into the grand final of the Canterbury AFL, and I'm your commentator Leroy Greenaway. With assisting is Steve Langridge. Hello Steve, how's it today?
Yeah, good Leroy. Yeah, it's fabulous to be here. Nice blue sunny sky, a little bit of an easterly blowing across the field as you'd expect in New Brighton. But we've got two teams that are fizzing for the grand final today.
Yeah, two teams are the Bulldogs and the Blues, and let's have a look at the two teams. The Blues, first of all.
Before we go there, we're going to go to we had the awards night on Monday night, and we're going to go to the CAFL 23 awards there, Morgan. And thanks to Morgan Williams from Evil Streams for putting up our live stream. That it's coming live to you around the globe. So if we're going to look at through the CAFL 23 awards that we had Monday night at the Beerley, we had Andrew Howson who got best and fairest, and we're going to have a look at the votes for that. That's the obviously like our the award for the James Bowden Award, the Buzz. The best and fairest runner-up was Josh Mackey. Sam Anderson was voted the players' player by all the players and a few extras. Sam Anderson of the Eagles. Lockie McBride of the Bulldogs got the Golden Boot Award. Do you remember how many goals he scored there, Leroy?
13, I think it was.
13 goals. Yeah. So he was, he's very sharp with his boot, playing at centre half forward for the Bulldogs in today's grand final. The Rising Star Award went to the Bulldogs ruckman Thomas Wynn, who was voted by the committee as being the best under 20 or under 21 player in his first year. He plays ruck for the Bulldogs, otherwise known as SOS, S-O-S. The Coach of the Year award went to the Blues coach, Andrew Leckie, in 3 years in a row for that. So he's got the Blues in a really good disciplined level. They do come out sometimes with a little bit of undisciplined play in the first quarter, but seem to tidy their act up in the second quarter.
There's a few fiery players in the Blues team, and they take a first quarter to get through it all, and then obviously there's a bit of a punch at quarter time by the coach. By the coach that says, "Hey, none of this."
None of this. And they pull their heads in, don't
they?
They
do.
They do respond well. Yeah. So Andrew Leckie, 3 times Coach of the Year, in fact, and he's pulling on his boots today.
Yeah, he's running out. As I think there's a few injuries involved with the Blues this year, and about 3 players are unavailable from what I can remember them talking about, and so therefore Andrew Leckie has decided he needs to step up and.
Yeah, the guy they call Rookie, who looks about 36, Michael Atkins, has pulled a hammy or something. So they are an older team. They're probably there's probably average age around 30, I'd imagine. Whereas I think the Bulldogs' probably average age is around about 22 or something in that region. Volunteer of the Year award went to Lindsay Cameron of the Bulldogs. He always helps out with the women's football and also just behind goals, and generally he's a really good bloke around the club.
Yeah, he's a deserved winner of that volunteer award because he's here virtually all the time, from go to woe, and helping out in whatever way he can.
Yeah, that's right. Well deserved, Lindsay. We also have the Umpire of the Year went to Anthony Calderone, which I hope his plane landed from Auckland. I think I can see him over there. Thank God he came in about 10 or 11 o'clock this morning. So he's fresh off the plane, ready to umpire the CAFL Grand Final.
The other 2 umpires being Matt Dillon and Adrian Young for this afternoon's match.
That's right. So we'll go on now to the vote table of the men's. If we can there, Morgan, we'll have a look through how the votes went, because obviously this award being the Buzz Award,
Player of the
Year, and it was quite a surprising finish with only the last round seeing Andrew Howson just pep Josh Mackey of the Blues by 1 point. He came from 11 points.
Yes.
He was 2 points behind. I'm not sure if Mackey got any votes
in that last. Didn't get any points in that last weekend, no. So he lost it as a result. He lost it,
and he was ahead though, neck and neck for a while. But Howson, the captain of the Eagles, captain of the Eagles, and also captain of the New Zealand Falcons. He's going to be the assistant coach of the Southern Saints in going into the Premiership as well. So he's one of those players who's always there. Whenever he's a ball magnet.
Yeah, definitely. Isn't it great that the Saints are playing here though, for instead of playing up in Auckland? I mean,
Yeah.
Why do you have a team called the Southern Saints and it's playing in Auckland all the time? I mean, that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, exactly. And Canterbury would be the most organised league in the land anyway, so it's great to see that we've got so many participants who are playing in that premiership, which is starting in February.
A couple of other points from the prize giving on Monday night as well. 2 players reaching 200 during the year, 200 games.
That's right, yeah.
They need to be mentioned. Of course, you mentioned Buzz, Bowden, and the other one is from the Eagles as well.
Yep, Ricky Van Olfen, otherwise known as Sweaty. Also got his 200th game in the last round, where they went down to the Cougars, I think.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't?
No, not the Cougars.
The Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and so just as you can see there, Josh Mackey from the Blues, runner-up, Lockie McBride from the Bulldogs, who also got the Golden Boot Award and kicking 13 goals. Stefan Van Gruding, Bulldogs, got 7, and then Sam Anderson from the Eagles, who got 6, and he also was the players' player. So that was our the James Bowden Award, best and fairest for the year. For 2023.
So it's quite apt that he get 200 and he has this award on his honour, but it was there beforehand though, wasn't it?
Yeah, the award came about from, he actually left in about 2013 or 2012. He went to Australia for a couple of years. We thought he was gone, and so we named an award after him, and then he comes back.
Has he won his own award yet?
He hasn't. But he did win it the year he left, I think. But yeah, it was funny because he always did have a bit of a gripe about that he hasn't actually won his award. So Morgan, we'll go on now to the next graphic if we can, which is the vote table for the women's. They play
on Friday night.
That's right.
Over in Hagley Park, not here at Ascot Fields, but in the old place that we used to play a couple of, was it 3 seasons ago? We were over in Hagley Park.
Yes.
So you've got those votes coming up here, the women's votes here.
Just a second there, mate. This wind is.
Yeah. Plus the blinding sun means you can't actually see your laptop very well because of the sun.
Yeah, should have printed them off.
You happy to do that? Do you have a good enough view from here?
Oh,
right, so.
Yep. So we've got the CAFL W23 awards, and that went to best and fairest went to Danny Salton. I believe it was the first season. I think I was talking about. She's come in all guns blazing, and probably come from rugby, I'd imagine.
And she was another one who had a performance in the last weekend that went from about 3 points to 6 points to take the honour, coming from behind. It was another great effort.
That's right. Yeah, they're still playing too. We've got a couple more weeks. So if you're able to get down to Hagley Park, near the high school old boys ground, near just near the tennis courts.
Yes.
Up from the hospital. So 6:30 on a Friday. Go down and watch, or if you want to join in, you're more than welcome. And good thing about the women's is looks like the Canterbury Southern Stars, as they're called, is going to join the Premiership for the first time. So we've not only got a men's and we've now got a women's CAFL.
Yeah, two seasons ago everybody was up in Auckland. Now we're going to have a women and a men's team playing for the Southern Saints and here.
That's right. So best and fairest runner-up was Kate Ormsby. The players' player, as voted by the players, Mackenzie Dempster, and the most improved was Bridie Washington. Sorry.
So another first year's player, that one.
Yeah, that's right.
So a lot of new players playing in the women's AFL at the moment here in Christchurch. So that's great to see. Hopefully we get some more. I remember them saying that they ranged from playing 9-a-side to 16-a-side through the season. So there is a good numbers.
Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted you. What were you saying?
No, that's all right.
We're going to go have a look now at the CAFL Team of the Year as the players gather in the middle for the national anthem. Okay, so Team of the Year as voted by some select few players and coaches and committee members. We have across the back line Anton Shadbolt, Hayden Johnson, who's been named captain for the Canterbury Team of the Year. He's fullback. Logan Riley from the Eagles in in the pocket. James Bowden, the Buzz, at half forward, half back flank. Nathan Ryan, centre half back, otherwise known as Bangers from the Cougars. Andrew Howison, he's on the other flank.
Well, he had to be there after winning Player of the Year.
Oh, correct. They all play sweeper roles. I don't know if you noticed that. They're all good sweepers across the back.
Yeah, all of them.
They'll be running into each other, won't they? Sweeping the ball. None of them really tag anyone at half back. They're all just sweeping across and collecting so much ball. So, on the wing, Sam Anderson from the Eagles, player's player. In the ruck, Sam Kreft. In the centre, Josh Mackey. Also Stefan Van Gruding and Henry Russell. Stefan and Henry from the Bulldogs, Josh from the Blues, and then Hamish Ross out there on the wing as well. And then across the half forward line, we've got Max Hammett, Lockie McBride from the Bulldogs, who's vice captain, and also Alistair Collins. In the forward line, Sam Blackler, Billy Hope, I think he's 6'10" or something, isn't he? He's a huge fella. And Kobe Dodd, rounding out the teams on the list. And then on the bench, starting is George Reid, Jay Johnson, Jack Pennicutt, and Vaz, Dan Farrar. Also Liam Membry and Toby Foley sneak into the team there. So I think the jurisdiction was that they had to name the positions, and if you didn't make those lines, so backs were voted as backs, you went to the bench if you didn't do, like, let's say, the top three.
Looks like we're lining up for the national anthem for this year's grand final.
That's right. So
both teams are lined up. We're just waiting for the
I don't know if we're going to be able to hear anything there, Morgan.
Oh, give it a go.
Shall I take the mic out?
If you want to.
Right.
Let's give it a whirl, shall we?
Just listening to the national anthem now, and just trying to see if we can get any audio across the ground. Okay, sorry, we haven't got any audio out there, and we'll have to come back to the central commentary position. Okay, so maybe we'll run through the team list for the different teams who are about to compete in the CAFL 2023 Grand Final. On the back line for the Blues, we're starting with Hewitt, Big Popper. He's Big Popper Pump, the biggest rump in town, so they've told us. Hayden Johnson.
That's a bit unfair considering some of the other players of this game, but yeah.
Well, he's got a good hoof on him, I tell you.
Yeah.
Hayden Johnson and Johansson, the man of steel, in the other back pocket. Connor Allnut is on the half-back flank with Jared Court and Buzz. That's a pretty tough half-back line, isn't it, to get through?
To get through that, it's going to be pretty hard to get through that.
That's right. And Joe Harpe on the wing, Vaz, Dan Farrar, hailing from Western Australia. He's in about his third or fourth season. I think he was 2 years running as the best and fairest previous years.
He'll be disappointed he didn't make it 3 in a row.
That's right. Yeah, he got pipped. We didn't really.
He wasn't even in it this year.
Not really. And then we have Matt Little, also the Big Easy over on the other wing for the Blues. Across the half forward line, we've got James O'Brien, who was unfortunate. He was injured last year for the grand final, didn't make it. And then we also have Hope, and also Josh Charlton across the half-forward line. In the forward line, Will Evans, the big boot, Henderson, Dan Henderson. He's a monster. He's about 6'10", and about 6 foot across the shoulders. And also Sam Blackler, who's always a good goal sneak around the feet of Henderson, and very strong in his feet. Also the followers, Kieran Charlton, he's probably in the ruck. He's a killer in the ruck, as well as Jay Johnson, who's captain for the Blues, and Josh Mackey, who flies up from Dunedin.
Yeah, but he's not the only one. There's a couple from Dunedin.
But wait, Josh Mackey flies from Dunedin, and he's scared of flying.
Oh, really?
That's what the notes say. I'm not sure if it's true, but he does a lot of flying.
Yeah, well, maybe that's his way of trying to get over the fears. You know,
they
always say to get over your fear by actually doing what you're scared of doing. So.
That's right. And then Dan Benny. We've got Dan Benny who drives
from Westport.
From Westport, that's right. Kilden, Henry Lavita Loca, as they call him, Joe Maguire, and also Lecky.
Yeah, Coach Lecky. Yeah, we'll call him Coach Lecky.
Yeah, they've had, who did we say got pulled out? That's right, the rookie, Michael Atkins, who's about 36 or something, hardly a rookie. But anyway, so that's the...
Well, I can't believe that they've got, so how many players in their 40s playing for them in the Blues? There's a few of them. I mean, now that Coach Lecky's playing, there's at least 3 of them.
Maybe average age is 35 now. So we've got, who are the danger players here? Obviously the Charlton boys. They are always killers, especially in the middle. Mackey, he's a killer in the middle. And then,
another sweeper, Jay Johnson there. He's always sweeping around, more in the forward positioning than in the back, like in that CAFL team. He's probably more suited to the forward.
Yeah. Well, and then you've got the likes of that half forward line. Josh Charlton is in there. Will Evans and Blackler. Sam Blackler's always good around goal. We'll go on to the Bulldogs team list now, and they've gone opposite. They've just given us the first names and didn't give us their surnames. So
well, I've got them here.
Okay. You want to read those?
Okay. So the forward line, we've got Pennicutt, Topless, and Hall are the 3 at the front there. So we've got Jack Pennicutt, I think, was on one of those team lists that you read out as well, wasn't he? And Jake Topless and Jonty Hall. So we've got in the next line of the forwards, we've got Kleiman, McBride, and Ulrich. Lockie McBride, he's probably the big star in that 3.
Oh, but top goal scorer.
Yeah.
Golden boot.
On the wings, we've got Garrett Beck and David Cook, and in the middle, we've got Max Hammett, Thomas Wynn, Stefan Van Grooting, and Johnny Lord. In the back line, the 3 at the right at the back are Michael Lum, Daniel Larissy, and Zane Carey, and the ones just ahead of them in the back line Henry Russell, George West, and Toby Foley, who he's got to be one of the ones who are running around all over the place for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Toby needs to have a good game. Henry is he's a good hard ball get. Hard ball gets is going to be dangerous, and they, especially against the Blues. The Blues are a lot tougher, bigger, stronger men. The Bulldogs' average age, I said, is around about 22. So I think we're about to get underway. The cameras are all ready to rock and roll.
We're all good.
We're all
ready to go for the 2023 CAFL Grand Final.
So we've got Matt Dillon, who's going in there to...
Matt Corley,
sorry, yes. Well, I'm not quite sure why I said Dillon. Going in there to... he usually starts with a bounce. rather than the toss-up at the beginning of the match. And so let's see what's he going to do as the horn goes. And here we go. Matt Corley starts us with a bounce. And
good bounce.
A good bounce, all right.
Excellent.
Good competition there going on for the
ball.
ball.
Bulldogs forward. And what we got there, we've got young... Oh, they're going to go forward with through Daniel. And Pennicutt takes a mark in the first quarter and a few seconds. That's good play from the Bulldogs. Start off smart, start off strong. He goes back, Pennicutt lines it up. This should be easy. Slots it. That's a good way to start, Bulldogs.
Now, this is one thing that the Bulldogs were talking about too before, last week, is they're usually slow starters in the match, and they were wondering how they can counter that because they don't want to start slow against the Blues.
That's right. fantastic play there, especially got it down to Lockie McBride. Some good work out of the middle there from, who's your man there? Max Hammett. Max Hammett, yeah, got in there. So let's go again with Sauce in the middle against the big Hayden. Is it? Yeah, big Hayden from Blues. And again, they're starting off really well. Oh, there's Johnny Lord. He is a good middle player. Oh, no. Oh, Jay Johnson, big punch.
As it goes down through to
big Billy Hope there.
Billy Hope, yes.
He's going to launch it long, high. Are they going to break it? No, full short. Oh, here comes Charlton. He's dangerous. He's dangerous. He's a lefty.
And it's through.
It's the big sticks.
6 points again.
Yes, goal for goal. Here we go. There's an arm struggle. There's an arm wrestle.
Yeah,
that's good effort.
And it's that was Josh Charlton too, not
yes,
Kieran.
Josh Charlton. Let's see if he's a lefty or a righty. I reckon he was. I reckon he was normally a right.
Yeah, but we kicked that with the left, and he needed to from the angle that he was at.
Good effort. You need to have your left and right.
We're only a minute or so into the match. We've already had 2 goals.
Oh, stunning stuff. Fantastic. We're going to go for another bounce, or is this a regular throw this
just
time?
Just a regular throw. I don't think he does the bounce on.
There you go.
On the restarts.
Well done, Matt. And off there I go again. Faz gets onto a loose ball out of Mackie, and high kick down to the forward line. Will. Oh no, he's got high contact there. No, it didn't quite happen. And Charlton again. What's he going to do? Hand pass off to Blacker. Blacker out of ball bounds on the full. Maybe should have dropped the ball. Maybe should have held on.
Would have been easier. Yeah, would have been easier for them. And now it's a free kick to the Bulldogs instead, and it's going to be Stefan Van Grooten. Yep.
Stefan's going to launch it with his left.
Yeah, towards Dan Farrar.
Over the back, and it's
pushing the back.
Pushing the back by Adrian.
So Farrar gets the kick, and he gets the free kick, which he is going to centre it towards the middle, which goes to the feet of Charlton, unfortunately. Who's that? There's Billy Hope with the ball up in the air, and it's hit the post. So 1 point there. There's a behind for the Blues. So the Blues take a 1 point lead in this grand final.
Let's see how they get out of here. They're going to work their way through this half back line, half forward line. Excuse me, which is that's a very good kick down to Garrett Beck. Garrett Beck now goes back in the deep in the back pocket. Another nice little kick. That's a good chip kick into Van Grooting. He's been around for about 15 years, Steph. He knows what to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Now they've lost it.
Not quite. Mackie nearly intercepted it there. Got the hands to the ball, but couldn't retain it. And now we've got running through there the Bulldogs. Foley and...
we've got Sam Burdett. I thought he was off.
He's usually in the back line. What's he doing way up there? In the forward line, I should say.
There we go. Now they're getting it down the wing. There's a hard contest. Jaden and Faz. Jaden gets up though. That was a good contest by the 2 long-haired louts.
Little kick that across field to looks like
didn't work out.
Charlton with the ball kicks through.
Dribbles
along the line, along to his. It looks like his brother's going across to try and get it. Doesn't quite get there, and the ball looks like it's going to be a free kick.
Joe Harpy? No. It was, come back. What was that? Did you see what that was?
It was a free kick. It was, must have been a push by, the 2 were going for the ball, and I think there might have been a push by the Blues player.
So Larissy with the ball. Play on it is the call. It almost goes 15 and pretty much does, maybe 15 and a half if he's lucky.
Sometimes I'm a bit dubious about whether it's gone the 15 metres from a kick. Some are a bit short.
There's a good ride, but bounces off his head and way down to the wing. Here goes Faz, he's onto it. He picks up the ball, he's steady on his feet, this boy. Another worm burner down into the half forward line, into the centre.
Charlton, good trouble with those ones along the ground though. Maybe if they centre the ball up in the air for him, he might actually have a better chance. He's very good in the air.
Well, after a fast start, they both settled down. Maybe a bit nervous or something.
Johnson there, given the kick, but it's charged down by Burdett. Who we got over there with the ball? It's hard to see.
Buzz come through on his right, and nice little burn into Billy Hope. Billy Hope's going back on the far flank. He's going to centre the ball. Is in the hot spot, and it's downfield. What was it downfield for? Bit of contact after the kick, maybe. But it's a downfield kick paid by Adrian in the middle, and umpire Anthony Calderone, fresh off the plane, is going to line them up while they're going back. They're all confused.
Yeah, he's telling them up the field, but they keep throwing the ball back to him. It's typical. Nobody's listening to a ref. Right, here we go. It's got to be Charlton with a shot at goal.
45 out. They're 30 out.
And
it's
he's
true.
done it. So,
look at the
points.
resplendent goal umpire in the white coat and the white hat. Is that Josh Robles, maybe? I think he was here last year running around like the... I think, remember last year they all turned up in those outfits? I think they're back again. This is the Eagles. They're all,
they
like to have a bit of a dress-up day. Good on them. Mid-Canterbury Eagles, what, they got third this year?
Yeah,
They got pipped in the semi-final last week against the Bulldogs. As Becky runs like a mad man out of the centre square, running the water.
Reset the start again. There's a bit story about Becky, which I'll have to tell you too a bit later in the game.
Okay.
When he's running the water.
You go on then.
He got penalised.
Give us a wave, Becky. You're on camera.
He got penalised about 4 weeks ago for being in the square.
Oh no!
And he was very livid because he told the umpire in the centre, which was Matt Corley,
Yeah.
who can you give him time to get out, but he didn't, and got a huge penalty against him. But
and Becky is an umpire as well, and you got penalised for running water in the square.
Well, the Bulldogs did ask one time whether the umpires did actually get look after the umpires when it came to running the water out.
Sure.
And I said no, they don't get any.
It's
more,
an important part of the game.
They don't get any more benefit from the other water boys in this game.
Oh, what a mark! Oh, did he get it? Lockie McBride, he should have been paid.
Pull that in!
There you go. Becky's onto his chanting again. I think that was a pretty good mark myself. I think he got interrupted mid-air. But anyway, there goes the source. He's got a big punch out. Micah's after it. Jay Johnson's after it. And he clears the ball way down the wing. And we've got Henry there, and big fella couldn't quite get onto it.
To put on a block, but didn't do so.
Oh, yeah.
Gives
Good
it
work
to George
there.
West.
There goes
He's
George.
got
He's off. Down the wing. Big kick, son. Big kick.
Yeah,
Good kick there. Right down the wing. And
one of
Buzz,
those dog legs.
he's always reads the plate. It's coming over to us. Protect the cameras. Oh, yep. Well done.
Matt Little, good take.
Matt Little.
Just in front of us. Garrett Beck's going to be the one who puts up the block on the defence. As we wait, Matt Little kicks forward through to...
Oh, yeah. Good work there, Will
we've
Evans.
got Will Evans.
Johnny Lord on the line. He's off. He's
I
playing
can't
on.
believe he's
Go grab
42
him.
years of age. Could you believe that when you read that?
Oh, and he's the author of 6 rugby league books.
Oh,
Will
well,
Evans.
that's not surprising considering he's the marketing manager of Canterbury Rugby League. So,
Oh, that would make sense. I thought he was working for Sky.
no, he works for CRL.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
All right, so where are we now? We've got a little chip through, which
not having the
looks like
ball,
he was
sir.
he
And
was interfered with
umpire
there,
pays
and has been awarded to him.
And Toby's off, kicking it down
Very
the mark.
quick kick.
They're kind of burning
But
these
it's going
balls.
straight to
Yes.
Billy to Infrared, and who puts a big kick through.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
and
kick,
nice
and that's
kick,
a
and
nice movement into the pocket.
And that's a
He
Billy
should-
Hope,
he should-
isn't it?
Oh no, he's played on. He's going around the corner.
And does he get it? No.
Yes,
he
he is.
has.
Umpire,
So-
big sticks. Hey? No,
Yeah,
he's
got
getting
it. He scored 3 goals, 1 to 1 goal 0 is now the score as the Blues take a bit of a lead over the Bulldogs in the CAFL Grand Final of 2023. And from this game, it's we can see it's been played at good speed still, as Anthony Calderon goes to take the centre throw, and the 2 big boys go up for it. It's hit forward by Hamish McRobbie, and it's gone to Charlton, kicks the ball through, and looking to get under it is his other brother, and goal. It's a goal. He missed it. He missed it, and the bounce went straight through. So a great goal there by Josh Charlton, as it is scored, and it makes it 4 goals 1 to 1 goal 0 to the Blues in the grand final. It looks like Steve has had to leave. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a story there. He's got a boy who's fighting in a Muay Thai match, and so he's off to go and watch his boy, which, as a good father should do, he should be out there watching his son performing in whatever events there's. The Bulldogs make a bit of a rush forward, and that was Max Hammett kicking the ball through to another one that looked like he got pushed in the back without the ball in their hand. There was their forward Pennicott, but the whistle has gone, and it is going to be a free kick to the Bulldogs, and it is going to be Jared Wyman to line himself up for a goal here. He's going to have a shot. It's probably about 40 metres out from the goal as he gives the kick through, and it's going to bend a bit away and touched by a Bulldog in the goal mouth, but it's gone for a behind. So 1 point to the Bulldogs, 4-1 to 1-1 as the Blues clear out, and it looks like we've got here Josh Mackey going for the ball. He slipped there. Now he's picked it up and he's running, but he's going to get called back, unfortunately. So Josh Mackey there with the free kick for the Blues just outside the 50-metre circle as he's about to take off. And there it is. Kicks it through. Dan Farrar takes it. The Bulldogs are really competing there for it. And so we've got Farrar with the kick as he kicks over to the side to Jarrett Court. Jarrett Court kicks forward, and who's that going down to? Looks like that's Joel Maguire on the field now, one of the subs for the Blues, kicking forward now, and Buzz is there, but he goes over his head. James Bowden, who's got the ball? I can't actually see who's got the ball, especially when they get tackled and taken to the ground. Have to get Terry to come in and do a commentary at some stage this afternoon. Terry Anderson, of course, the trophy for the match between the Bulldogs and the Cougars is always for the Terry Anderson Shield, so he'll be good to have in the commentary box as well fairly soon. Right, we've got a free kick for the Bulldogs over on the far side of the field, and another nice take there. Can't see the numbers very clearly over there. I can't see who that is. Let's see, who is it? Need a little bit of elevation up, and just so we can see on the far side as the ball's kicked through onto this far side. Beck going after the ball, and he's puts a little chip downfield for Johnny Lord to run onto. He didn't quite take it very cleanly, but Max Hammett's there as well. Back to Lord, who kicks forward. Oh, and that's kicked a nice dog leg and straight into the hands of Jack Pennicott, who puts it through for another Bulldogs goal. So that makes it 4-2 to 2-1, I think it is now the score, but it's definitely... Anyway, the Bulldogs have got a 2 goals lead anyway, so that's the key thing at the moment. We must be still about 8 or 9 minutes left in this quarter. Yes, 6 to go. Okay, Anthony Calderone's going to start us after the goal by the Bulldogs and puts it up for the two to have a go at, and Jay Johnson's now come away with the ball. Oh, but he didn't let go of the ball properly, and the Bulldogs are making a quick kick downfield by that looks like it was David Cook who did that, and there also Stephen Van Grooting, but it's kicked downfield to the Blues, who are now trying to clear it away as Little kicks downfield. Jay Johnson takes a nice clean take there in the middle of the field, passes it on to Farrar. Farrar then looks to pass it on to Phil Henderson. Now what's he doing down here? He should be up near the front there as he kicks downfield to Will Evans, who takes a nice shot catch and will have a nice easy shot at goal from about 40 out. So here we go, the Blues trying to restore that 3-goal lead with the kick by Will Evans, who has been close to the leaderboard when it comes to goal scoring, so 4th and 5th in the last 2 years, as he kicks through, and it is a goal. So 5 goals now to the Blues, 5-2 to 2-1, as the lead now out to 19 points. Is that right?
Oh, I don't know, I can't see.
There'll be another 6 points added onto there, so so Blues anyway, they have a very good lead at the moment in this first quarter, as we wait for the umpires to bung back to the middle. Adrian Young's going to restart us this time, and off he goes with a throw up on the ball. And yeah, 2 times there the players going for it, but we've got Zane Carey kicking it away down to the Bulldogs there, and I can't see who that one was. And then we've got over there. Can't see who that player is. See if I can see better. Shot towards the centre of the goal hasn't quite gone to the players, unfortunately, for the Bulldogs, although the Blues having a bit of trouble trying to pick the ball up. They finally cleared it to Mackie. Mackie clears it downfield down to who's down there. Looks like it was Farrar down there. No, it was Joe Harpy, in fact, that got the ball. And downfield a bit further, past Henry towards Charlton. Charlton's going after the ball, takes the player who did get the ball, which looked to me like it was Larissy. But the ball is going to be given a free kick to the Bulldogs. No, it's a restart from the toss-up by the umpire, as the Bulldogs do come away with the ball, though, and clearing it nicely downfield to one of the Blues players, unfortunately for the Bulldogs, who does a good clear down to Charlton. And here we go, the Blues now, they're just past halfway with a big kick downfield, but that doesn't go to a Blues player, that goes to a Bulldogs player, as they now make a chance to try and clear it through. Toby Foley gives it on to looks like George West was there to try and clear it, and it's taken now by another Blues player there. That was Farrar. Gives it to Johnson, kicks downfield towards another Charlton player, but the ball's gone into touch over on the far side, so it'll be a throw in by the umpire. I wish I would play a bit more over here, though. So we can see a little bit better. Yeah, that's the one thing. Unfortunately, we need a little bit of elevation so we can see where we are. We're just down at ground level, unfortunately, when we're doing the commentary, and so it is a bit hard on that very far side, especially in conditions where the wind does blow across there quite a bit in the match. But at the moment, we're going to have another throw in. As the ball rebounded off the players and into touch yet again. And it's thrown in by Henry. Nice big spiralling throw. Jay Johnson almost had his hands on it. Instead, one of the other Blues players gives it to Charlton. It's charged down by Foley. Foley gives it a bit of a whack forward, but the whistle's gone again as Charlton grabs the ball. Good kick downfield, and that's bouncing towards the goal as well. I think that's hit the bar, so that'll be another behind to the Blues, so that's another 1 point, putting them up to 5-3. It's cleared by the Bulldogs, but it's gone down to Bowden and Foley having a bit of a battle for the ball there, both of them falling over. The ball's gone free, and it's picked up there by Court, and he passes it on to number 22, which is Lavia, another one of the substitutions coming onto the field for the Blues. He gets a free kick for the Blues, just outside the box by the looks of it, and charged down by the Bulldogs. I thought he was moving then, which is not supposed to be one thing that you're allowed to do, but never mind, we'll carry on. It's a free kick anyway to the Bulldogs as the ball is kicked downfield to another Bulldogs player, and it's that player that's on the far side that I can't see the number very clearly of. Bulldogs running it upfield, kicks towards the centre, and there's a good battle there between a couple of Blues players and one Bulldog left ball by himself there. Clearance kicked as the siren goes for the quarter time, and it ended up in the hands of Matt Little. So that's it. The first quarter's over and done with in the Canterbury AFL Grand Final, and we've got a score of 5-3, which is 33. I think they've got us behind missing over there, to 2 goals and 1 behind, which is 13. So 33-13 is what I make the score to be. I think the scoreboard actually says 32, but there was another behind that they need to add, I'm sure of it. But we'll see, confirm that. It looked like they cleared it from inside the circle mouth. So, all right, quarter time. Right, so here we are, first quarter time of the Canterbury AFL final, and it is 32 points to the Blues and 13 to the Bulldogs. As a welcome in, Terry Anderson.
Thank you, Leroy.
And you're here to give us a bit of a rundown on your thoughts of what's happening in the game so far.
Well, the Blues have started off really well, haven't they? I think they haven't kicked 5 goals for a whole game for about a month. Their highest score has been 2 or 3 goals, so to kick 5 in the first quarter, with the aid of a bit of a breeze, I suggest slight going to that end of the ground, to our right, or the right of the camera. But, I think the Bulldogs are hanging in there. They've missed a couple of opportunities on goal. Kicking into the teeth of the wind, of course, doesn't help over there in the forward pocket, down at the other end of the ground, the swimming pool end. But no, I think the contested ball is pretty even. I just think the Bulldogs' defence has been a little bit outclassed, outnumbered. Each time it's gone into the Blues forward line. They've seemed to have got an easy mark or easy possession or a long kick on goal, which is nobody defending the goal square. So it's bounced through, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think the game's over by a long shot, Leroy. I'd like to see how the Bulldogs go this quarter with that slight breeze.
How much do you think that breeze is going out there? I mean, you're out there in amongst it all.
Well, it is sort of a little bit that way to that forward pocket, so I'd say it's probably worth a couple of goals.
All right, so if they can close that gap and be in it at half time, then we know we're in for a match.
I think so, yeah. I mean, they're a young side, the Bulldogs. They've got, average age would probably be around 20, I suppose, early 20s, where the Blues probably averaging about 30, 35. So, I've always said if the Bulldogs can sort of be in there at three-quarter time, they can certainly have the legs to run out the game and maybe come from behind even to win the game. But certainly the Blues got better shape around the ground. There's too many half-back flankers from the Blues are on their own when the ball comes out of defence. The Bulldogs not manning up there. You've got to be when you're a forward, you've got to be a defender as well, Leroy, in AFL.
Yeah. It's key,
defend
isn't
both ways.
It's a key to have your man mark. In fact, it doesn't matter what sport you're in. You've got to mark your man.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, looks like we're getting ready to start the second quarter of the match out here at Ascot Field. The Blues with that lead of about 20 points, just under, ahead of the Bulldogs for quarter 2 of the Canterbury AFL Grand Final, as we're just now waiting for the siren. There it goes. Anthony Calderon is going to start us off with a toss-up in the centre box, and the Bulldogs are first onto the ball, but unfortunately for the Bulldogs player Stefan van Grooting, he's taken straight away by the player from the Blues. So we have another throw up, and the ball is bouncing around into the hands of Connor Ulnart, who puts up a kick across the field to Charlton, trying to run onto it, and he's being challenged by Daniel Larissy there, but unfortunately it's going to be a throw up by the umpire as the two players go straight onto the ball at the same time. Here goes the throw, and good whack there by Henderson, and the Blues, are they coming up with the ball there? Mackie on to the player there of Kilden, who unfortunately he's been taken with the ball, and we're going to end up with another throw up in the air by the umpire. In fact, it was Mackie who ended up with the ball again. Henderson there putting his hand to the ball, tipping it forward for the Blues, who kick downfield, but it's going to go into a behind. 1 point for the Blues, so now they go to 33, so 33 to 13, the 20-point lead as the Bulldogs clear away. Sam Burdett with the ball, puts in his big thundering boot downfield, and who's going to take it there? Looks like it's taken there by Billy Hope, I think it is, over there with the ball, and he's caught by one of the Bulldogs players, so thrown up again by the umpire. As we play on the far side of the field, and it looks like it got thrown out there deliberately, but we don't play that rule in Canterbury AFL.
We don't play that.
No, we don't play that rule. We're not fussy. If it was a free kick anyway to the Bulldogs, which is charged down by the Blues, and here we go. So they're thinking that the ball was taken by a player, and the player taken, but anyway, the Blues have come away with the ball out to Mackie, who's free, passes it on to Johnson. Johnson puts in a kick downfield, down towards Charlton. Oh, he's got an awkward bounce there, Charlton, and the ball, but he does get the ball, chip through, gets the ball in his hand. He's got a chance to go for goal, has a little bit of a chick, but it's not really goal material, and so the Bulldogs come away with Michael Lum clearing it, and then another kick downfield. It was taken at the same time and he was kicked, so that's all good. Down to a Blues player who puts it back downfield again, and taken by Billy Hope in the middle there for the Blues, who puts the ball downfield a bit more. Two players going up for it, Charlton and Foley both going for the ball. Foley for the Bulldogs, they're coming away with it, puts a pass through, and it ends up in the hands now of Max Hammett, but he lost it, and Farrar kicks across field towards it looks like it's in the hands again of Toby Foley for the it's echo in the background from 5 minutes ago.
Sorry, everyone. Just checking your feed.
All right, now that we know where we are, it's kicked downfield by the Bulldogs, and into the hands of Buzz James Bowden, who clears it downfield to Harpy, who unfortunately didn't take it and goes out. So we're going to have a throw in by the umpire. No, it's going to be, oh, is it out on the full, in fact? So it's going to be a kick by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs. What's happening over there? The whistle's gone and nobody seems to have done anything. So we're going to do it again, are we? Looks like it might be a throw in by the umpire. No, it's given it back to the Bulldogs player Foley to have another kick from the sideline. Not quite sure why we're having a re-kick. But, never mind, these things happen in the footy match. So Foley kicks downfield towards, oh, it looks like it was Farrar for the Blues there, going for the ball over there, and looks like we're out again, are we? Yeah. A lot of ball being played down there, but it's not actually going anywhere. Right. Who have we got? So we're going to have it is the Bulldogs kick in field, and it's not taken very well. Bowden ends up with the ball. Another whistle. It's gone out. So we're going to have a throw in by the umpire this time. Sometimes that happens in a game of football, doesn't it? You just go down the sideline bit by bit and have the ball go out. But oh well, never mind. Here we go. Throw in by Henry for a good. Whistle's gone again, and play on. He says. Kicks downfield. The Bulldogs down to Pennicut, who didn't take the ball on cleanly, and it's ball punched away to another kick at goal, and it is a goal by number 37, who is not actually on the team list, so that must be Sam Wise, the recent substitute, late substitution in the match. So a goal to the Bulldogs. So we are now 5-3 to 3-1 in this grand final at Canterbury AFL here at Ascot Field. Beautiful day. All I can see is blue sky, or maybe a little cloud patch over there to the south, just a little one. And the ball's thrown up in the air by the umpires to start the match for another shot, but it's a penalty. Free kick to the Bulldogs, and that is Thomas Wynn kicking the ball away for the Bulldogs. So Bulldogs have decided that they're going to do short, sharp kicks here downfield. That was Max Hammett with the ball, kicking it again, this time to Michael Lum. So just little kicks. It's not actually a bad tactic to kick downfield in little short spots as Lum kicks the ball downfield to a good take. That was Becky again yelling from the sideline. Great take in front of goal by number 8 was Lockie McBride, who is our leading goal scorer this year. So here's his chance to add to his tally for the year as he comes in to shoot for goal, and there it is, straight down the middle, easy as pie. It was only about 25 metres at the most out, and another Bulldogs goal makes it 4 for the Bulldogs compared to 5 for the Blues. So bringing it back into it, only 8 points of difference now in the grand final as we head back to the centre for another restart. So great this when it's so even. Football matches when they're even make it interesting going into the last quarter. Anyway, let's see what happens as we are still in quarter 2. Anthony Calderone starts us off for the umpires. Wynn had another shot at the ball there, but missed. Ball's pottering around on the floor there. Farrar through to now I don't know who's wearing the number 17 for the Blues, because the person playing the number 17 is the injured player, so I'm not sure who's wearing it, unless that's Coach Leckie there with in fact no, I think that might be Harvey wearing number 17 there. Anyway, Charlton kicks downfield for the Blues, and then it's going to go out, unfortunately, as his brother Kieran trying to grab the ball, but it went out before he could get there. So only the 2 sets of brothers. All good?
Yeah.
Thrown in by Henry and whacked away by the Bulldogs, but not very far, and the whistle's gone here. I think that's another push in the back, unfortunately, for the Bulldogs, and it is a free kick to the Blues. Johnson's going to take this free kick. So the wind just picks up a little bit there at that time, but it's not actually going to favour Johnson, because he's going to actually be kicking into it from where he is. Johnson kicks forward, trying to see whether he can get a goal. He's going to get 1 point, so just extending that lead for the Blues to 9 points in the second quarter. And it is a clearance to be made by the Bulldogs, and a nice little kick that goes to one of the players who didn't take it cleanly for the Bulldogs, number Blake Kleiman there, who unfortunately got taken with the ball, and it's going to be a free kick to Johnson taking it for the Blues. Kicks it downfield, nice kick downfield towards the sideline there, and in fact it's going to go out. It wasn't taken very well there by it might be Lavia over there trying to get the ball. So here we are, another throw it by the umpires, and Henderson and Burdett going for it together. Burdett winning the race to the ball this time, giving it to Beck, who clears it downfield and riding onto it beautifully there was the player from the Bulldogs, and kicks it downfield, but it's been missed by the Bulldogs Lum, and another kick downfield somehow though, as Pennicott gets the ball, gives it through, and a shot at goal goes over, and it is another goal to the Bulldogs. So it's now 5 goals each, and I've got a feeling that was Caden Lewis who scored that, is it? Number 19? So here we are, 5 goals each, so just a 3-point ball game now. Considering what we were at quarter time where it was 19 points, now we're down to 3. So that wind is obviously causing a bit of an issue for the players there. Restart, and we've got a penalty from the box as one of the players are in the box, and it looks like it's Joe Happy who's been called for being inside the box. So it's and he is wearing the number 17, so wearing the injured player's number. Bulldogs kick downfield to unfortunately it's gone into the Blues' hand in the goal circle there, and the Blues clear it, but it's not that far. It goes down to number 37, who I think is Sam Wise, because he's not on the team sheet and he was a late replacement today. So he's going to have a shot at goal, but it looks like he's right on the edge of the boundary here. Kicks downfield. It's going to go into the box and taken beautifully by Jack Pennicott. So here we go. He's only about 10 metres out taking this one. Goes back another 10 just to make it nice and easy for him. Clear the defender and in through the goal, and it looks like the Bulldogs are in front. Now that's the first time since the very first minute of the match that the Bulldogs have been in front. So here we go. A 3-point lead to the Bulldogs. They are playing a good game of football. The Bulldogs, they are playing very well. So they're not out of it. As the young brigade go up against the older brigade, and we've got another whistle. And it looks like it's another one who's in the box at the start, unfortunately, and again it's the Blues. So, free kick to the Bulldogs. Now they're trying to clarify who it was that was actually penalised. Downfield it goes to number 34, Jared Kleiman takes the kick across field onto the far side there. I think that might be Beck on the far side. And the kicks downfield further as we get closer to the goal box. A couple of players there from the Bulldogs going forward at the same time as one of the defenders, Jared Court from the Blues, but it goes out. I think the backhand of Jared Court getting in there, just stopping the ball going into the Bulldogs' hand, as he is so prone to do throughout his career. He is a formidable defender for the Blues. Thrown in by the umpire over there as Henry throws it in, and looks like Court's got the ball again, goes to the kick, but it's charged down, goes out again. Another throw in to take place for the umpire, way down in that corner. It's my pocket, that corner. That's usually where I do my throwing, and down in that corner. So let me see. It's a free kick to the Blues, to the Bulldogs, in fact. To Zane Carey gets to take the kick in, and he's not that far. He's just inside his circle, so he should be having a shot at goal. But where are the Bulldogs in the circle mouth? There's not many in there to, in case it falls short, and it's going to go slightly wide for a behind. Another point to the Bulldogs, taking their lead to 4 as the Blues try and clear it out, and there's a tackle there made on the player, but they're all calling for the fact that he was taken with the ball instead of clearing it, and instead it's going to be a throw up by the umpire as We welcome back Steve Langridge back into the commentary box.
Buongiorno.
How'd you go?
He didn't go.
Oh.
He was just telling me to get down there to get my ticket because the place was full.
Oh, okay.
But anyway,
Anyway, we're carrying on.
miscommunication.
Never mind. Charlton clears the ball for the Blues downfield to another Bulldogs player, and that was neat the way that did that.
Oh, that's a good kick. Nice little neat kick. Taylor Scott out to the wing. We've got Van Grooting and Charlton. This will be a good contest. Oh, he's taking him off the ball, sir. No, and Toby comes through. He's on the wing. He's looking around for a shot, and he slots it up into the half-forward line, straight down the throat of Faz. Faz goes back. Oh, he winds around and boots into the middle. What have we got up there? We've got Benny and Lavita Loca.
Garrett Beck.
Oh, good bump there. That's a harsh bump.
Who was that kicked that? That's number 7. That's Henry Russell.
Yeah. Things are looking good.
Yeah, Bulldogs now with the 4-point lead.
Yeah.
And we haven't got to half time yet, so that's going to be make things a lot interesting in that second half as the Blues try to kick downfield towards one of the Charlton boys. That's Kieran.
Charlton off on the wing. Oh, he's gone for the fend and he's snapped it into the... Oh, no, good defence. Good D. Go, Micah. Big boot up to the wing. And, Taylor's, that's a bit different, over the top.
Yeah,
got a bit of distance there. Johnny Lord out on the wing.
He had 2 players there behind him from the Blues, so he needed to get rid of that pretty smartly. And
instead of taking it, has worked out.
And now they're kicking downfield.
Jay Johnson can't quite get it. Is that Jack Panicat? He dribbles it into the forward line. Is it going? It's a goal! It is a goal! He's dribbled it in from the pocket. That was AFL stuff. He did grow up with Daniel Rich. And who was the other guy? Daniel Rich and the other fella, Jack Darling from West Coast Eagles. So he's got good pedigree. He's got very good pedigree. He's done junior footy with those fellas, and he has shown his class by dribbling that ball in about 20 metres, 15 metres from a 45-degree angle in that pocket.
And now a 10-point lead to the Bulldogs.
It's a very interesting game of footy. I didn't expect to see it so close, mate.
Well, I mean, the Bulldogs have pulled it back from a 19-point deficit at the first quarter to lead by 10.
Let's go.
As Corley restarts us.
Good knockout there by... Oh no, who's in the... Orange in there now. And Faz gets it away up to the half-forward line and taken in by Henry. Henry handball back. Charlton bounces off a couple of chests. We've got Benny now. Benny's put it down. And here goes Jay Harpy right back to the half-forward line. Toby's outstretched. He's able to collect and go wide into the wing. Charlton is cut off. There, Stefan Van Grooting. So Charlton coming back. Oh, that's a 50. Oh, he's been smart. Topless nearly gave away 50. But Henry in good defence there, right in the hot spot. Billy Hope there standing on the mark. Even he's 6'10" of him, couldn't quite take a mark. So we're over to the wing there. Taylor Scott tries and Connor tries, but the ball comes true.
The Bulldogs do have the ball, kicking it down the side.
Straight into Cordy.
Right into Cord, yes.
Cordy will go up.
That defence, nice big kick
Sam
upfield to Blackler.
Boots. Well, that's got to be over 50. That's got to be 50 years over the mark, wouldn't he? This stand rule's not been a year too, is it?
There's been a couple of instances here where I thought that the players have gone forward of the mark and hasn't been pulled up. So yeah, something maybe they might need to tighten in the second half.
Just for the listeners in Australia, we've decided to bring in the stand rule as Dan Henderson comes in to take his kick. It's a big kick and it's going high, but it's not going to make it. It's going to drop short, and it's bobbing around there in the forward line. He's taking it in. He's finally getting... Oh, is that off the air? Is that mid-air? It is!
It was.
It's mid-air.
And
what a
great
goal.
Shot by Billy Hope.
Billy Hope stuck his boot out, got on the end of it. Far out. That's a lot like Cameron from Brisbane, who stuck his foot out during the season. Anyway, getting back to your Aussie listeners and viewers, we've decided to bring in the stand rule this year after the league wasn't going to introduce it for many years. As the umpire coordinator, I finally convinced them it's the fairest way of dealing with man on the mark. Gets rid of that grey area of players backing up, going forward, coming over the mark. But anyway, we're back into the action.
Downfield and good go up in the ball from a couple of players there, but Foley came away with it. Kicks downfield, but it goes straight to Bowden.
Oh, there it is.
The siren goes for the end of the first half, and it is a 4-point lead to the Bulldogs at half-time. Now, would you have thought of that? Looking at the scorecard there, it is 7-2, 44 to 6-4-40. Would you have thought that was going to happen in
Not-
this final?
I wouldn't have put money on it.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have lost your house then, would you?
No. No, that's...
Well, there were 3 Bulldogs in the goal square, fumbled the ball. Went out to blue play kick.
Special comments from Terry. Come on, Terry, get in here. What do you reckon?
Well, I predicted. I said at quarter time, didn't I, Leroy, that the wind would favour the team kicking to the golf course end, and I think it did.
Yes.
They slammed on about 4 or 5 goals there, unanswered.
Yes.
And the Blues got a very late goal against the trend, really. A bit of poor defence by the Bulldogs. They just didn't play percentages. They tried to sort of play possession ball, and it doesn't pay when you're in the goal square.
That's probably what's going to lose it for the Bulldogs in the end, isn't it? Like, they've got the fitness there, so that's not going to stop them. But if anything's going to stop them, it's going to be their awareness of what's happening around.
I mean, we can see they're moving a lot quicker around the ground than the Blues. I think sometimes the Bulldogs are not. Their shape is not good. They're often kicking it to players who are under the pump, like a high ball or a marking contest, which is not good for a player sitting under the ball. You still see the odd Blue player out on their own across the wing and half back flank there. So, yeah, I think the Bulldogs are certainly on top at the moment, though. They've got the momentum. It's a matter of where they can keep that going for the next half. I think the Blues are really feeling it, though.
Yeah, I think. Do you think the Blues? I mean, they're an older, heavier team.
Yes.
Do you think they're going to they could get run off their legs?
I think I started to see that in the second quarter, Steve.
Yeah.
They were definitely starting to feel the pinch.
Yeah.
And then the Bulldogs, once they kicked a few goals there, you could see the confidence lift.
Yes.
They were winning a lot of aerial ball, clearing the contest. And I think the Blues
I
started to lose
spoke
a bit.
to Tim Terpstra, the Bulldogs coach, before the game. He said every game they've played, the Bulldogs have beaten the Blues in in 3 quarters out of 4. So the Blues have always beaten them in the first quarter.
And
then the Bulldogs
today.
come back.
Yeah.
What was good to see about the Bulldogs in the semi last week, they played for 4 quarters.
Yes.
In the last few weeks, they played.
Well, they had to against the Eagles, didn't they?
That's
They
correct.
had to play.
Yeah, they've been worried about their first quarter and throughout the season, the Bulldogs. Because talking to Toby Foley, one of their stalwarts there, he said that they start slow. I mean, and they have started slow, and they can't give the lead to the opposition and pull it back. And they needed to do something. They were a little bit behind, but that may be because of the wind. What do you think?
Definitely favouring that forward pocket. I think this quarter is going to be a really important quarter. The Bulldogs left to have it really man up in defence, wall up, stop the Blues scoring freely, and if they can do that and still be within a couple of goals at 3/4 time, I think the Bulldogs will run over the top of them. But we'll just see how it goes. I mean, it's
okay. So we've got the central umpires coming in now for a bit of a chat. Leroy, do you want to maybe swap out? So guys, jump in here. We've got Matt Corley, Anthony Calderone, umpire of the year, and cameras over here, fellas. But what do you think? Anthony, if you could come a bit forward and get into the camera a little bit, that'd be great. What do you reckon, guys? What's happening?
Oh, it's nice and good pace out there. The guys are really getting into it. Not too much talk, and yeah, everyone's eyes for the footy mainly.
Yeah, I was going to say the word I would use is a bit intense. Like, both teams are fairly intense. It's a very good contest, I think. I'd still call it quite even Stevens, even though the Dogs have kicked 3 or 4 in a row, or 2 or 3 in a row. You kind of lose count out there.
Yeah, they're very fast out of the middle. If they can get onto those fast balls at the feet of the ruckman, they seem to clear it pretty nicely.
Yeah, I think the Bulldogs players are finding a bit of space. They've got that loose overlap, and the Blues were struggling to pick that up that whole second quarter there. But it was a bit of a one-man show, I think, down in that Bulldogs forward line.
Yeah. The other thing I'd say is it's a reasonably clean contest. There's not been any off the ball incidents that I've seen, or any after the kicks. There was one incident, but that was pretty light. It was still a free kick. So it's great to see a good contest with really good intentions for the ball.
Yeah. Oh, great. No 50s?
No.
That's good. So all the chat's been good. Players going for the ball. How do you see it sort of panning out? Do you think? How is the run of the Blues? We were talking earlier about the Blues being an older, heavier team. Do you think they've still got the run of the Bulldogs?
Well, all season I think the Blues have always started quite fast and then sort of plateaued for the rest of the match. So they're going to need to step up today.
I wouldn't rule out experience. There's a few old heads in that team that will carry the team if they need to. There's a few in the middle that are getting a fair bit of the footy. So even though they've got a couple of older guys that might feel the heat, I still wouldn't rule them out. And obviously, I'd like to think it'll be within this kind of kick range at the end of the game.
And standout players so far for you guys?
I think for me, probably for the Blues, Dan Farris had a fair bit of the ball. Jay Johnson's having a good influence. And then for the Dogs, a bit likewise, I guess, young Maxi Hammett's getting a bit. Jack Pennicott, obviously, in the forward line's kicked, 2 or 3.
Nice dribble there from the pocket.
Yeah,
beautiful. Yeah, beautiful check side. Just bounced its way, did the old leg spin straight through. So yeah,
Toby Foley's the
They
other
asked him before the game, any points of interest from the players, and he had to make a mention that he played junior footy with Daniel Rich from Brisbane and another guy from the West Coast Eagles. We'll just look across here is Jack Darling.
Right.
Jack Darling was his teammates back in the day. So if they're watching, Jack Pennicott, remember the name.
Maybe he's learned something.
Yeah. So what about your standout players there, Anthony?
I don't think any to add really, apart from what Matt said there. Perhaps Daniel Aracy's been not too bad, one of the young fellas. So
I think Toby Foley
good
off
to
the
see them
halfback's
stepping
been
up.
pretty good.
Definitely Toby. Yeah, he's always there. One of the pillars back there on the half back line for them.
Yeah. It's an important role, isn't it? That half back line. I mean, for both teams, the half backs have been cutting off a lot of ball, sending it back to where it came.
Actually, another one for the Blues would be I've forgotten the younger brother.
Josh Charlton.
Josh Charlton, that's it. So he's been really good actually, just across half forward.
Yep.
So he's been that intercept mark, able to neutralise some of those rebounds from the Bulldogs. So yeah.
Excellent. Oh, that's fantastic, guys. Looks like the players are going to be taking their positions soon. So we really appreciate your time. You're umpiring really well. Keep it up.
All right.
Anthony
See
Calderon
you after
and
the game.
Matt McCauley.
Thanks, Langus.
Go
Doing
well.
a good job.
Go well.
Welcome back to the Canterbury AFL Grand Final here at Ascot Fields, and at the moment, half-time, the score 44-40. The Bulldogs lead the Blues as we're getting ready to start the third quarter. The teams are out there, but the umpires have not quite got there yet.
I think we should have supplied water and jelly beans.
Yeah,
whilst they were over here talking
to us, and we didn't give them anything. So they had to rush all the way over to the far side, have a drink of water, have a bit of sugar, and then come back again.
That's right. Sorry, fellas. We'll remember that next time for some refreshments. Hey, Morgan.
Yeah.
Put that on the list for 2024.
Sorry, I've got some salt and vinegar chips in the car.
Not sure how that's going to go out there. It's like giving giving an Arab sand. Have some more sand. Oh no, well here, Matt Cawley's going to come in. Is he going to bounce it this time, do you reckon?
Yeah, second half he
bounce, doesn't he?
He likes to start the halves with a bounce.
He's a good bouncer.
Well, we're all ready, so let us go. No.
Well, I tell you what, this is the position that the Bulldogs would want to be in, and the Blues didn't want to be in leading into this quarter. 4 points separate them in the second half. Let's see a fast start here as Matt Cawley comes in. Oh,
no, I think we'll restart that one.
Yeah.
While we get ready for the restart, what do you think is going to be the difference?
It gets in his head, he said. I was asking him about it last week. He says it gets in your head. It does too. Bouncing the ball is hard. But well done. Nice throw. And away they go. And Mackie onto it, kicks it right to the half-forward line. Out comes Blackler. And who's got his feet? Oh, no, he's down. But still again, it's Mackie again. Oh, he hasn't got it, sir. But Toby clears. Back in the middle, Jay Johnson in the hot spot. And there she goes. So get out of the way there, Bulldogs, Lockie. And Jay's going to target somebody down the half-forward line. Cordy's up there. Cordy, nice mark. Clean hands.
Nicely taken there. What's he doing up the front there, though? That's unusual. We don't usually see
Cordy
up near the front. Oh, yeah, of course.
There he goes. About 40,
he could go for the goal from that.
He's up! Oh!
And he might actually get one.
He is! No, it's touched
the hand. Oh, he'll be gutted there.
If he had just
he'll be gutted.
If he just missed it, it would have been a classic goal. It's lucky he did touch it, because otherwise it would have been obstruction. Mackie, here we go. Oh, yeah, Stefan. He's been all around the ground, hasn't he, Stefan?
He's had a good game.
And there's Johnny Lord taking a mark in front of Charlton, coming back for his kick down the wing.
And
here comes in, big hopper. Oh no, Oren gets his hands into it.
There's
Jay Johnson's enough. Faz is there on the spot. High handball though. He's put him under pressure. Oh, has he gone, sir? No, he hasn't. They've let it go. And here comes Johnny Lord. He's trying to pick it up. And there comes James O'Brien. He's trying to make a miss of him. Here he goes. He's got the kick. Oh no, straight into Van Gruding's guts. And good tackle, boys. Good stuff. Hard tackling there from Stefan and Jay Johnson. Matt Corley comes in to ball up. Who's coming up there? We've got Oren and Big Henderson. Henderson wins. Jay Johnson out the back. Lordy gets his boot in and finds 20 metres touch. Nice work. Good work, Lordy. There's Terry Anderson, the consummate professional, veteran of the CAFL, comes in for a...
Yeah, what year did he start?
1890. No, 1999. But grew up in Collingwood when it was tough.
Charlton with the ball, gives a pass away to Mackie. Mackie going, another pass this time to Court. Court kicks downfield.
He's
going for it again.
He's going.
And he's got it. Goal!
Yeah, the big sticks. He's got the two finger and he's gone, what, from 50? At least.
Yeah. He's got that kick on him. And I wonder why he saw the game and all the games in the season as a defender when he's got such a kick like that. Is that the reason why he plays defender, because he can clear the ball so easily with his kick?
Well, it is genuinely that for sure. But yeah, stick him on the half-forward line. Why not? In fact, is he? Is he still there? Where has he gone? Or has he gone back to the back line? No, I think he must be in the... No, he is. He's in centre half forward. Yeah. Centre half forward.
Centre half. Why is he in centre half? Who's he replaced for the
Blues
in the centre?
Lockie's bounced the ball off. And down to Oren. Oren back to Topless. Topless barrels it forward. Oh, there's the big hopper. The big Andy Hewer.
Looks like him and Billy Hope have changed places, Court and Hope, because Hope's back in defence now.
Right, there you go. Yeah. And a bit
how's
your father with Topless?
To Court again with another nice take. And this one is even easier than the one before. Oh, goodness me. He's what, 40 metres? Yeah.
Dead in front this time.
Yeah, should be a easy one for Jared Court as he kicks it downfield.
Using the wind.
And
going high.
It is. Yes.
Blues love it.
Goal to the Blues. So they go to a 9-point lead.
9 points.
53-44. Bulldogs haven't scored this quarter. As we've seen 2 goals from the Blues to pull themselves back into the lead.
Yeah.
Which they've spent most of the match in front.
Umpire Corley comes in for the bounce. We've got Oren and the big fella Henderson. Taps it right down to Hammett. Hammett drives long. Out comes Pennicott. Pennicott, no, he gets Hayden Johnson though. Gets in his way and it bobbles around there. The young fella gets thrown out of the way. Doesn't have it.
And he's going to get
it's for the Blues to collar all nut. So
was he taken out of defending?
There goes to Billy Hope. Here's our half forward now playing at half back.
Henderson.
Off to Henderson. He's going to get run down. Oh no.
Oh, he picks it straight into the
nice work, Steph. Big boot, Steph.
Van Grooting.
He's going to. Oh no, he's going to muck around with it.
Oh, you got to get rid of it.
Oh, gee, he made a meal of that.
Yeah, he took a while to get rid of it. Oh, no, nasty bounce there for Charlton, and it's gone over to the other Charlton boy. Who kicks downfield?
Goes to Fend. Kicks down the wing. Straight down the throat of Mackie. No, it's Joe Harpy.
Joe Harpy.
And Joe's coming back for the kick. Slots it down the line. In comes, Steph, almost.
Yeah, almost.
Juggle falling backwards. But Toby's running out there. Charlton, though, cops on the ball. And it's over the head of Burdett. And it's straight into the throat of Charlton. He's on a 45, only about 15, 20 metres out. That's a pretty good kick there from the wing.
I think they've changed the
Look out, they've
position.
played on,
He's
and
gone into the
Faz
centre.
in the hot spot.
Farah right in front.
That is
That's
good play,
not bad,
actually.
not bad thinking, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The angle perhaps wasn't quite right for Charlton, so he's gone into the middle for Farah, who's directly in front to
Poor defence from the Bulldogs.
To allow that to happen.
He's gone low, and he's gone.
And another goal.
Through the big sticks.
So here we go. We're out now to a 15-point lead for the Blues.
This is what happens with the Blues. They can have a shocking quarter, but then they reset in the next quarter, and they come out firing. I don't know what Lecky says to them, but it certainly fires them up, and they change from black to white.
Yeah, next year we'll have to have the halftime huddles over here so we can stick the microphones in amongst them, so we can hear what they're saying.
That's right. Well, sometimes we don't want to hear what the interchange bench is saying.
Well, only if there's a bit of language in there, but we do want to hear the actual nitty-gritty part of it.
Yeah.
So
he's taking out his own play. Charlton takes out Penny.
Beautiful pickup of that ball.
God,
he was having trouble in the first half with the pickup of the ball down around his feet, but that one just sort of popped up into his hands.
Oh, God, he almost took him out. Oh, they're going back to congratulations. Yeah, sorry, mate. Yeah, sorry he took your head off as you were trying to bend over to pick up the ball. But the veteran legend, Terry Anderson, into ball the ball up. Nice throw, Terry. And Charlton and Henry go for it. Mackie wheels around. He's caught. And Lordy clears. Lord. It's going to go down the throat of Faz. Yep, nice mark there. Andy Hewitt backs off.
He was going in there. And
we've got some leads up in the forward line. There's Blackler. No, it's going to drop short. Oh, no, through the
over the top.
And then goes Hammett. Hammett's centred high. It's a rainmaker. Billy Hope's gone with the punch. And then it's popped out here. And the young fella is off the ground. Oh, he's sort of...
Oh, it's gone into Allnut's
hands. Should have caught that. Allnut will do something smart with
downfield. Straight to the Bulldogs, though. And that again is a Johnny Lord.
Okay, here comes... what do we... Oh.
you don't know either.
Right, going forward, and they have missed.
Behind, yeah, just a behind
it's missed.
For that one.
It's drifted left.
Who was that player there?
Oh, come on, we should know this fella. We're
yeah,
talking about him all day.
It's not Jaden Ulrich, is it?
No.
I'm sure that is the hairdos.
Jaden Ulrich. Sorry,
That's
you did say that.
Yeah.
Ulrich. Here he goes again. Here he goes again. On cue. Here goes Hammett. Hammett's gone to the right of the post.
In fact, it's gone far too far right.
It's out
gone
on
out
the
of
full.
bounds.
Where's the umpire over there? Henry, get around there. And I think he's
going to be a kick
back
anyway.
with
So
Hayden Johnson. Jack's giving him some grief. Straight to Josh Mackie. Running around the mark, sir. Play on.
Again, going forward off the mark too. The defender.
Buzz. Too
Bowden.
heavy. Oh, that's 50, sir. What's he doing there?
Hands
he
on
got
the
away
ball.
with it.
Hands on the ball. Kicking downfield. That's going close to the sideline there. In fact, it has gone out off hands. And so it'll be a throw in there for Henry.
The bench is getting pretty vocal over there.
Well, both teams should be getting vocal with the way that the match is
nice
going.
Throw in, Henry. Got the boys, Faz coming away with it. Faz wheeling around, kicks it up to the wing. And here we go, punched out. Clears the pack.
Cordy going for it.
Stefan, no, he's been pushed in the back. He wasn't even for the ball. Johnson's given away a free kick, and he's dropped the ball. Everyone's calling for a 50 here. He didn't give the ball back to him, but he was on the ground at the time.
Especially our coach over the sideline here, Becky.
Oh, what's going on? I think Anthony is calling time because the young fella is able to take the mark, and he's giving him 50. So now he's giving him a 50. So it's a bit of a lag in time there, but he's gone right up the guts and giving him 50 to about the half forward line.
Yeah, it was a slow call by the umpires.
Yeah.
It's unusual, especially for Anthony. He's usually quick in those 50s.
Straight up into the hot spot. Jack Pennicutt into the front of the pack. Doesn't quite make it. Here comes Lord. Lord's got it. Oh, he's been monster. Sorry, that's Cleveland. Jared Cleveland.
And trying to clear it as Allnut and didn't. It's gone into the hands of Harpy and he couldn't clear it. It's gone.
Oh, big call. There's a big call.
It's taken out.
The Bulldogs like it.
Yeah, it'll be a free kick.
Now, this is where they can't blaze away. Like that's a tight kick against the boundary. Who's got the? Oh, no, yes, it's Jared. I don't know. I think he should be looking for a target right in the middle. Lockie McBride or no, Hammett's in the middle. Hammett's right in the middle in the hot spot. I think they should be passing it off, but he's going to give it a crack. It's going to be a good kick. It's going to be about 30 metres tight on the boundary. The wind's blowing into his face as he walks in. He's too close to the man of the mark. He's played on. He's gone around. And he's kicked it to Billy Hope in the far pocket. Yep, you can't afford to do that in this final.
Yeah, if you're going to take the
you can't
take the run, you've got to get yourself into a position and go for the goal. And he didn't do that. No. He was too much on the run.
Stefan gets the ball.
Another chance
he gets
for
the ball
Bulldogs,
out.
If they can get the ball, yes, they have. Free kick against the Bulldogs there, taking Johnson out. So Johnson gets the free kick.
Jay got his tangles caught up in someone's fingers.
Yeah, that would be hurt. That would hurt.
Apparently, he sells his hair for wigs.
They just a little trim at the bottom and they make a wig from it as we got Cordy going forward.
Yeah, Cordy.
Upfield with a kick through to Charlton, who didn't take the ball.
Bit of pushing in the back there.
Yeah,
West went into the pack.
Trying to clear it.
Charlton's now
Charlton's gone to a kick and field, but it's going to be a Bulldog Burdette.
No, it's pushed out and punched on the line. No, it's kicked back in. And we've got Lord. Charlton's able to get it. He's been tackled to the ground. No prior. What's the call, sir?
Yeah, it's going to be a throw up. Looking at the umpire's hands.
Right.
Look pretty clear.
He did get tackled over the line, and then he just sort of let it go. So, he's balling it up. There goes Charlton. Charlton wins it, and Buzz off the left foot outside, and it's
out on the full.
I do love Robles dressed up as the comic goal umpire in the hat and the coat. What if he's wearing a tie underneath that? With football boots.
What about the guy in the green and the yellow and it's the green and the red and the white, and it sort of looks like a Father Christmas, but it's not right. Not right for what is that outfit that he's wearing? As we got who we got?
Penguin book or something.
It's something from
the onesie.
It is a onesie. Okay.
Yeah. And I think there's Jesus over there. There's a guy in a white robe with a red sash and a black wig. It is Jesus. Oh.
We've got the ball be cleared by the Bulldogs.
We're getting distracted.
And what do we got here? Court going after the ball with.
Oh yeah, he got rid of it.
Bulldogs players who got
Lord. Puts it up in the air. Speaking of Lord, here comes Johnny Lord.
Yes.
Yes, good mark there.
Mackie,
get out of his way, Jaden. You're going to give away
Mackie
50.
Kicks downfield. Along the ground
good bump.
Again. Yeah.
Stefan Van Gruden gave a big bump on Blackler. And he's gone. Jay's appealing.
Yeah, because he's trying to kick the ball, and he does kick the ball, and then the whistle's gone already, unfortunately.
Too slow. He's off. Hoofing it to the far wing. I think it's touched. And he's kicked. And that was it? Can't quite remember. There he goes. Pennicut. Oh, Pennicut's in the back. Yes. Pennicut gets the free. Is he going to go back? He's got to hit a target up forward, surely. What's he looking at?
Lockie McBride's in there for the Bulldogs, but it doesn't go to him.
Mackie falls to it. Gets it out, clears, and to Faz. Faz wheels around, goes further down the line, down the wing, and hits Blacklar. Blacklar's standing there, dead on the wing there. He wheels around, he's gone. Play on, sir. He's run into his own player.
And another good take there.
Another good. He shouldn't be there. Cordy, is he going to go again? Is he going to go for goal? No, the goal's open. Charlton's going to get onto Burdette.
There's only one Blues player, and there's one, and I think it looks like it's going to go out. So we'll have a restart from the umpires throwing it in on the sideline there. Charlton going up for it, but Burdette just doing enough to interfere with him taking the ball. It was a good opportunity there.
It was a good opportunity. 1-on-1. They couldn't quite manage it. Well done to Burdette. Clearing that ball.
Up it goes. And trying to get a kick there was Tiara. Henry trying to get a kick in, but doesn't he? It's the chip across the front of the goal.
After the play.
And Burdette knocks it.
They're getting feisty, and the Eagles are getting feisty too, and the Bulldogs are coming in to remonstrate. There's a bit of how's your father, and what?
The sum of it is there's 1 point.
Is it?
Yeah, 1 point because it was knocked into goal by Burdett.
Oh, it is a point. Okay.
It is a point.
I thought there was some sort of a umpire intervention. It is an umpire intervention. He's given him 50. He's given him 50 for the kick in. So they put the point down, and then he's given him 50 for the kick in because of the push afterwards, which is a pretty good call, I think.
So Burdett clears.
And that's over the mark. That's a 50.
Charlton.
This stand rule's not being adhered to.
No,
oh, he's gone! Big time! Good tackle.
Free kick for
that's Jake
Bulldogs.
Topless. Well done. Good tackle on Charlton, who's a very good tackler himself. So Topless really showing what's what here in the third quarter. 2 goals down. Oh, he's off at his mark.
And he's gone.
He's slotted it.
Kicks downfield to
Jaden
Kleiman.
No, Jared.
Yeah, Kleiman. But he's lost it. Bowden kicks away down to Henry. So we've got a free kick for Henry. Yeah, he's just going a bit, waiting for his players to get upfield a bit more. Kicks upfield for Charlton, who doesn't take it cleanly. His brother Josh Charlton gets the ball, kicks across field to who we got here? Kicking. Johnson interfering there, but Lord's got it back. Kicks downfield. Charlton and Bulldogs still end up Aldridge trying to clear it, but he's getting thrown to the ground.
Baz cleans up.
Farrow's got the ball.
He's always got a clean play. Oh, he decides to have a bounce of sorts.
And
gives it to
Blackler.
And
downfield and it's wide.
Clears it. They love that pocket. Last year, grand final, if you see the footage from that, that boundary line must have been gone over 50 times. It was just always down there. The wind is not that heavy. It's probably, I don't know, 5-10 knots, if that, blowing into that pocket. But that pocket just heavily used, and good Henry for throwing it in.
And
Charlton's taking it out of the ruck. Is that a shot?
It's a shot, but it's going to go wide again, and we're going to have a throw in from the other side. Terry Anderson will do the throw in this time. He's assisted by one of the spectators grabbing the ball for him. So here we go. Terry Anderson throws it in for the players to go up in the air. Henderson was up there. Ball's fallen to one of the Blues players who's been tackled and taken down. Looks like it was a Charlton boy who was taken down. So another throw up by the umpire, and right in front of goal here. So this is going to be really hard for the Bulldogs to defend. They try and clear it, but it goes straight to one of the Charltons, and he miskicks it. Harpy's got it, but he's caught up, so we'll have another throw up in the air from the umpires. Up it goes, and again, good hand by the Henderson, gets it, but was almost got there, but it's in the ruck again, and I think we're going to end up with another throw up.
It's what, 3 in a row?
Yeah, we're only about 10-15 metres from the goal line here.
At least the Bulldogs aren't defending like the life means it.
It is hard for them, but they've managed to get the ball down to somebody who was clear.
And there goes.
Now we go kick across field. It's perhaps not the direction that the Bulldogs wanted.
Two Bulldogs running into each other.
Went to go for it, and he's lost it as a result of it. But we do have a clearing kick.
Okay, there goes Jaden. Jaden's got it, and he's on with Johnston.
Yeah,
and he's turned. He's gone, sir. The umpire on the spot.
Free
saw
kick
it.
To
well done,
Johansson.
Yeah, the man of steel. He's going across to Billy Hope. Billy Hope's right in the centre of the ground, and he's got everything before him. He's got most of the players on the field down there. Going into the half-forward line, Cordy is open. He shouldn't be open. He's got a 60-metre boot on him. He's already proved that he can kick long and he can kick true, so he shouldn't have been left open like that, young Sauce.
Yeah, well, that's the one thing that I think that will let the Bulldogs down is their manning up of players. Their defence is just a little bit shaky.
Boot. It's got to be 55. It's going to drop short, and it's going to go wide. So it's going to go out on the full. See that pocket?
Oh, it's
a ball magnet there. Ball magnet. In fact, if you want to get a kick, just stand in that pocket. The ball's going to come to you. We bring it in. He's played on out of the boundary. He's hit it into the hot spot for the Blues, but luckily Daniel Larrasy's right there to clean the ball up. He's going to shift the ball.
Kicks to Foley.
Oh,
it's
just over his head. Jay Johnson's there. The danger man. What a fend! He's put a fend on him.
But there's nobody there for the... Oh, yes, there is. Charlton. Straight into Charlton's hands.
Now, Toby is a fine rugby player who likes to put a fend on, and he just got owned.
Yeah, Charlton Kieran Sheldon with a goal. Just
After the
on
siren,
3 quarters.
and it's
that
another
takes the
goal. That
lead
was a fine
out
quarter
to
by the
20
Blues.
points for the Blues going into the final quarter.
Yeah, that was a good quarter. That was a premiership quarter for the
45.
Blues. We're going to get Harry Peterson to come in, the legend of the Bulldogs fame and Port Melbourne Colts and other.
Sorry. Trying to move the chair.
Harry Peterson, come on in.
Trying to move the chair back and then
Knocking
everything over.
There's the camera there, Harry.
Yeah, that's what you're looking at.
Right.
Have at it.
Cheers, mate. Oh, well, Harry, you've what do you think of the final so far?
One of the best games of footy I've seen in Christchurch since I've been here, to be honest.
Yeah.
Two very well balanced sides. I think the bit of an injury to the Bulldogs' key ruckman in the second quarter hurt him a little bit, because I thought he was clearly best on ground by far at that stage. The Blues are playing now a traditional game of dropping 1 or 2 back and letting Cordy or Bowden drop into the hole.
Yep.
And the Bulldogs are playing too far forward of that for the first half.
Yeah.
I just think if they knuckle up and get within a yard of their man, it's going to make all the difference because the pressure will be on. Now, I believe that since the Bulldogs kicked 4 in the second quarter, they're quite capable of kicking 4 in this quarter. And that will certainly be in the Blues' mind because of the win factor. And, you know, there's a lot of heavy boys out there in the Blues. And you saw at half time, they went to the shade for a rest. Where the Dogs stayed out fresh and enthusiastic. Good mix of talent on both sides. The Bulldogs are definitely the fitter side.
Yeah.
They've just got to finish it off.
Yeah, that's right. And they've just, I mean, we always are saying the Blues are a heaviest team. They like to man up. They like to really muscle the Bulldogs off the ball. The Bulldogs being a younger, more nimble team, are easily pushed off the ball. But this will be obviously the last quarter where the fitness is going to come into play. I think if the Bulldogs can be a lot more smarter with their transfer of the ball. We saw a lot of times where there were some good transfers in their half back line, but get to the wing, it just fell apart.
Yes, I definitely agree with you. I just think that, as you said, the Bulldogs, if they can start kicking to space and making them run, right, the young fellas will do that. With young legs, fresh legs, fit legs, they'll do that. And as you know, Steve, you've played a lot of football. It's a lot harder to chase a bloke when you're tired.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's right.
You don't even want to chase him.
Yep.
You know, and if that sets into the mind and they get 1 or 2 quick goals out of it, you know, the wheels can fall off.
That was a very costly goal at the end there. They had, 10 seconds to kill the Bulldogs?
Yeah.
Silly short
Well,
pass
say
to
Cordy, Jared Court got 2 goals there. He was left open. He wasn't manned up.
That's right.
On the half forward line.
Half forward line, yeah.
You know, and he could kick 60 metres.
Yeah.
So don't let him have a free run.
Yeah, it was really dumb defence by the Bulldogs. And that play there where they drew a short pass, 2 short passes in a row, one didn't come off.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I do like...
Come in here, Terry, you're off camera.
One thing I do like, and I'm
Sit over here, mate.
encourage the Bulldogs to continue taking them on.
Yeah.
You know, okay,
Oh,
they've been
Jinxie,
caught a
do you want
couple
to come
of
and have a
times.
chat too? Come on,
Yeah,
jump
come
in.
on
You
in.
only got a few minutes.
The game's not over because the Bulldogs, the Bulldogs will the Blues will definitely stack their defence.
Jump in here, Jinx.
Absolutely, they'll have 8 in there or something.
They'll do a 70s Longmire and flood.
Yeah, flood it, and that's what the Bulldogs should have done that quarter. They should have flooded it. Maybe have a 7-man, 7-5, 7 in defence, 5 in attack, possibly. Yeah, just to because they did have the win, the Bulldogs, the Blues in that quarter.
Yes, definitely. But I don't think the style of the Bulldogs, from what I can see, is to flood or to drop extra men back.
I
They may have done throughout the year.
Now, I think the biggest thing with the Bulldogs can have a bit of composure and use their man rather than bombing it, that they can do this.
Yeah, don't kick to the contest.
No, there's just a couple of times when they just bombed it where they could have get a handball and run it more, and then I think that's just, if there's composure, I think that'll help them go a long way.
What did they miss? 2 or 3 chances down there. Shot on goal, tried to run around, missed everything. Out in the fall. Just a couple of goals against the win would have been critical in that quarter.
Oh, definitely.
Would have kept them within real close.
Totally, and that last goal was very costly.
Yeah,
How long since you've seen Jared Court kick 2 goals in a quarter?
Well, he normally plays in defence.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
A master
And
stroke.
he could barely pick the ball up. He was like an elephant trying to pick the ball up. He was that slow, but he managed to be out in his zone a couple of times, and you don't give a boot, what they call him, super boot, don't they? Kick at 60 metres.
Longest kick.
But I definitely think that.
We better get back into it, fellas. Thanks for that.
Thanks, Steve.
Harry Peterson,
Thank you,
Adam
Steve.
Clark, Terry Anderson. Thank you for your special comments. We're away in the second quarter. That's another bounce from the umpire. Is Adrian. Adrian had a go at a bounce then and wasn't able to quite pull that off, but come back for a throw up.
Hopefully
Good try
we'll get
though.
everything settled.
Good
Now,
thing.
does that mean that it's taken off time, so we've just wasted 30 seconds of the time? I don't think the losing team will be happy
Oh,
about
that's
that.
high,
Well, that's
isn't
very
it?
high,
sir?
yes.
Yes, Harpy, a
And
bit
it's
high
been
on
called.
Toby.
So
But
Foley's
Toby's-
to take the free kick. And he kicks it down to, where are we? It's quite a big kick downfield to Beck.
Under the wing. Becky's picking up. Becky's
He's got it
out
too.
in front. He's
Another
going to
chip
slot it forward.
across, forward, but it's gone into the Blues' hands. So they clear it and back into the centre field again. The Bulldogs are playing well in the centre field, but unfortunately they're getting it into the right place. It hasn't quite happened.
Gee.
And here we go again. Another kick up in the air, but there's a lot of defenders in there going for the ball from the Blues.
Nice in the back. Jaden didn't quite take that mark, and it's going to be a ball up there in the forward pocket of the Bulldogs. They've got to get it out wide. They're doing the bombs again. If they could just keep the ball down, it might give the player a chance. Oh, he's tried to go out the back of the pack, didn't quite make it. It's fallen to the ground. It's gone into a melee. Blues player comes out, tries to get away, doesn't. It's going to be a ball up.
Another ball up.
This time about 25 metres on an angle. And Big Oren goes in. And is it out of bounds?
Yeah, it
It's
looks
out
like
of
it has
bounds.
gone out of bounds.
It's a
yeah.
scrappy start to the fourth quarter.
Well, that'll suit the Blues with their 20-point lead, so they'll be happy. Just waste more time, keep it down this end is okay, so long as they don't score.
Yeah. Stuck in that pocket. If you want to get a kick, go and play in that pocket.
They would have been expecting to be in that pocket.
Yeah.
Henderson, Charlton got the ball that time, cleared it for.
There goes Connor Allnut up the wing.
That's a
straight
big
up
kick
the
by Allnut.
yeah.
Down to halfway.
Buzz.
Bouncing.
Oh, didn't quite get onto the end of that. And now in goes Van Gruding, and is it out again? Good crowd here, by the way. Good numbers over there on the far side. I'd say there's got to be at least a couple of hundred people, don't you reckon?
Oh, yeah. Well, if you add in the Eagles over here and the few that are over here,
250 at least, at half the cost. And it's a free ticket down here, so if you want to drop everything, stop mowing the lawn, stop doing the dishes, and get down to Ascot Field at QE2 Park, Christchurch.
Watch the last 15 minutes of the match.
Watch the last 15 minutes. It's going to be a cracker. 66 plays 45 to the Blues. Blues obviously in blue, and the Bulldogs in red. The red men and the blue men. Here we go. Kicked low. Oh, nice pick up and pushes us out. And Jaden, oh my God, there was a big collision just then. They've luckily missed each other. Jaden and Hayden Johnson. Jeepers,
I don't know
close.
if they did miss each other because Jaden Aldridge is actually holding his shoulder there.
Ooh. Both committed. So much for the ball. Jaden's nearly got the kick. And he goes, Hammett off the back. It's touched the post. Gee, that was a good kick off the back of the post.
I was going to say, that might have been his second goal, but not quite. So I'm sure he had one
Hayden
in the
Johnson
first.
bringing it back in. Pennickett's after him. Kicks it clear. Goes right up the wing, and Stefan Van Gruding in the spot. There's a lot of Bulldogs play. They've got a lot of position in this quarter. They've just got to make it count. Not waste it. Jared Cleveland.
The clearances
the vampire
have not been
he's
the
going to clear
flashes.
it. He's going to kick it high, make it hard for his opponent to catch, his teammate, and another free kick. Gee, there's a lot of whistling going on.
Free kick to Johnson. Johnson clears for the Blues. Down to Farrar.
That's sloppy.
And that was after he took the ball. Didn't need to do that. It's lucky he didn't get a 50 awarded against him for that. Yeah. Another chip downfield. And who's that with the ball? Is that Blackler?
Yeah, it looks like Blackler. Yeah. Blackler's going to wheel around, come back onto his line. Is he going to go for another chip? He's going to go long. This time Toby's in the hot spot, and he's got it. He's missed his player. They're going across field. That's a dud of a kick, and Hayden has got it. Hayden pumped it up to the half-forward line. In comes Charlton. Charlton off his feet. Cordy's right there. Can't quite get to it. Henry's now trying to pick up the ball. It's in a scrap. I think it's going to be a ball up.
Have you noticed the Blues forward lines? Have Matt Johansson, Jared Court, Will Evans, and Charlton, one of the Charltons. The other Charlton's down in defence at the moment. It's like they've swapped position. You know, they
throwing the magnets around.
Yeah,
throwing the magnets around. Here goes La Vida Loca. He's just squirmed it around. Charlton tried to pick up the ball and almost got his head taken off. And in goes the Bulldogs. It's bouncing around. We've got Jay Johnson cleaning it up. He's got a hand pass out. It's pretty scrappy. What's the call? It's holding the ball. Looks like easy, no giveaway, 50.
So he hands over the ball to the Bulldogs player.
Zane Carey. He's going to go wide. Oh, that's a dangerous kick. You got La Vida Loca. He had to make it topless. He has his three Bulldogs. His hand passed it to himself. Yeah, it's good work there. He got away with it. But look at this. It's a wall of blue. A blue wall. Where are they?
Back in field to Court. No, he's not taking it this time.
There goes Hayden. Here. Hayden's got on the boot. He has gone big and it's drifted.
Wide.
Drifted right away, all the way. It's drifted out of bounds on the full. Henry's stuck way back in that back pocket. He should be playing on. There's no one on the mark. He should be running and running and running. Here we go. He's going to put it up to the wing. There's a big pack forms. And about Harpy pushes it clear.
Charlton again. Kicks it to his brother.
Oh,
he doesn't
diving.
Take it.
Doesn't quite get it.
And now the ball's bubbling around. Could be anyone's here.
He's got Jay. And, good bump. No, it's already free kick being paid. I'm not sure what for.
Not to him.
No, Toby. Toby's got the free kick. Toby go wide out on that far wing. To Lockie McBride, the golden boot for 2023. Lockie, it's still in front of him. Connor chasing him down. He's avoided him, and he's just gone around the corner. Kicked about 30 metres, and bobbled around, off the pack, come out the back. Oh, he's off the ball. Young Andy Hewitt.
Bobbling around and goes out.
Back that pocket. Back that pocket. Can you bet on how many times the ball goes out in a certain part of the ground? Because
you know why I like that corner?
You get lots of balls.
I get lots of action down there.
You wouldn't want to put Terry down there on his
No, he wouldn't like it.
Terry
wouldn't like it. Yeah, he'd be wearing the sore shoulder for a week.
Oh, he would. Okay, we go back to the wing.
There's a couple of players over there going for the ball, and it's ended up with the Bulldogs. The ball, but he's been taken.
He's gone, isn't he? Oh no, Johnson goes. He's played on.
Now we've got the Blues trying to get into it. Courtney's racing onto the ball. He bounced it to himself, but he lost it.
Nice little chip kick. Okay, let's settle everything. He's kicked it out in the middle. He's proppy. He's a bit proppy, Hammett, and he's been able to get the ball away, luckily. But he's down the throat of the big popper.
But he's lost it. Lum's got it, and he's been taken down.
Again.
It looks like it's going to be a free kick.
What was that for? Number 9. So we've got Micah Lum.
Yes.
Up and coming D&B. DJ, if I'm told correctly. Is he gone? No,
1 point.
Gone.
They need more than 1 point. They need to start getting a couple of goals. The Blues are holding them back at the moment.
They're just wasting this ball. They're popping it too high in the air.
Still
they've got to find their
lead.
targets, and they've got to run these guys off their feet. And a mark
they need
like
to
that
take
has to
the
be
ball.
taken.
Zane Carey should know better. He's up in the forward line supposedly because he can take the ball.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
And play Calderoni to throw it up amongst them all. Big Henderson.
Oh, that's gone high in the air again.
Pumps it again. Mackie looks like Faz in the hot speed. And now Mackie can run onto it. Watch Mackie go through. Oh, he's evaded them all. Nice little chip. That could be 15. And was it coming out? It's spilling out. And Van Gruding is on the end of it. Harpe gets around the corner kick. Little box kick down the wing. Here comes Charlton. Charlton's dodging and weaving.
Lovely to run onto if he can get down there.
Cordy. Oh, it's beaten Henry. Cordy's back onto it. And he's going for the dribble.
I think the proper kick would have been the right thing there, not the dribble.
He's not in the AFL.
He's not
good effort, Cordy.
He's not in the Football League either.
He normally is down the halfback or fullback, so today has been a masterstroke by Lecky, the coach, to put him in the forward line. He has done some good things, so we can't blame him too much, but that dribble should have been a nice drop punt.
Yeah, definitely. A proper shot at goal would have been on the cards there. It would have gone straight through.
Yeah. I think he was inspired by Pennickett's dribble kick in the first quarter. Okay, so here we go. We've got Mackie. He's being handballed off the ball. Big Henderson picks up and then drives forward down to. He's going to have a tap. Is that Tierra?
Henry's the one who's
Charlton.
Who's in there stopping.
Oh no, it's a nice pass. Oh, has he gone? He's gone high. Charlton's gone high on Larissy. Larissy's got the free kick.
Yeah, chance for the Bulldogs to clear here. He's got somebody to kick to.
Where to go? I don't think they know where to go, mate. It's the only problem. The Blues just cover this. Oh, they are getting it around. Stefan Van Gruden's a good person to have the ball in hand. Stefan's pretty smart. He's going to go wide over to us. And Hammett takes a nice easy mark in front of James O'Brien. Now, Hammett into the... Oh, he's worm burned it into Charlton. And Charlton is trying to keep it in front.
Along the ground.
Yep, Charlton again. James again. Oh, and Faz trying to get through. Faz ducks the head. Handball past the Jimmy O'Brien. Jimmy O'Brien up to the half-forward line. Tierra's right in the hot spot. Oh, he's lost it in the sun. Charlton now. Does he give it to Cordy? He doesn't, and he goes for the drop punt.
1 point behind. So we're a 21-point lead for the Blues.
He should have handed it past it over the top to Cordy, who could have dribbled it in for a point instead of a goal.
The only problem there was the defender there was in the way, and that was probably the reason for not going for Cordy.
Oh, it's a late call, and what are we calling? I think it might be a tackle.
Yelling down here.
Yeah, I think he... 13. Can't quite tell who this fella is anyway.
I think that's Sam Wise, because he's the new one into the camp that we don't have picture or name on the list.
Oh yeah, no, actually no, that's Zane Carey. We don't have a picture of him either. But so sorry, Zane, when you watch this again, we picked you up now.
He's up front.
Okay. we better go to the producers. Who was that player, Morgan? Mel Meninga. Thank you. Star. What's he doing over here?
I'll tell you what, Will Evans from the Blues will like him talking about Mel Meninga being a leaguey.
Classic play. Oh, good throw in, Henry. Henry's getting around the ground. He's got the ball in. It's a bit of a melee over there in that forward pocket. Better get the binoculars out to see what the hell's going on over there, Leroy.
It's a little bit hard on that far side, isn't it? We need a little bit of... height. So it's a throw in by the umpire, and Kerry got the hand to the ball and
Buzz goes high. Buzz goes real high. Down it comes into the hands of Lockie McBride. Lockie McBride looking around. Is he going to go back up the line? He does.
Now, that's a worry for the Bulldogs when their chief goal scorer is down in the defence.
Jaden Aldridge there on the half-back flank. He's not sure, but now he goes forward. He chips over, and Mackie, and he's hit about 2 Blues there. Charlton clears over into the pocket, and it's going to go out again. So if these players could get out of the way of the scoreboard, we could see it's 10-8, 68, 7-5,
47. 21-point lead. Thrown in. And Henderson goes up again for the Blues and gets his hand to it. It's come out, squirts out to Charlton, who passes it back to... Oh, it didn't pass it to anyone because it bounced too hard. And we've got a whistle again.
Someone's ended up on their back over here.
Yeah, one of the Bulldogs is down. Must have been taken out going without the ball, so we're going to have a free kick for the Bulldogs.
Umpire Calderon calling that. And it looks like Stefan Van Gruding. Oh, he's got a sore back.
Yeah.
He's a bit proppy. Becky, the water boy's over there, consoling him. Toby's checking that he can take the kick, but Steph wants the kick. It's been around for long enough, 15 years. Oh, he has handballed it off, and he's gone to Hammett. Hammett's chipped it over the top into the safe hands of Johnny Lord. Johnny Lord deep in the interchange bench of the Blues, in fact. He goes long down the line, and nice low mark there by Johnny Lord. Johnny Lord looking around. They're hard up against that boundary. They can't waste this ball. They've got to score from this point.
Yeah, and they've got to move quicker too. They were going a little bit too slow in between.
Anything on.
They've got players in there.
Source giving a good lead. Oh, that's a good mark by Taylor. Well done. Nice overhead mark. Out marked Faz there. Still hard up against that boundary. they just have to pull the band-aid off and just go hard, and it kicks off the side of the boot. But luckily it has found Jaden Aldridge, and he's now in the centre of the ground.
Is he going to go for goal? He's probably
Oh,
a
no, he's
little
on the
bit
edge of
far
the 50.
away.
He's
Yeah,
on the edge of
a
the
little
50.
bit far away.
Oh, yeah, it's about 40 metres when the man on the mark. So he's going to give it a good crack.
He's got the wind behind him, hopefully, to help him.
Right. He's going right, but it's not going to make it.
So
Would
just
have
a
made
1
it.
point.
Had he gone to the right-hand post, the wind might have drifted it through. But not to be. They've got to defend this. They've got to defend this.
Oh, that was a bad clearance there, but Bowden's managed to get it away, but on the full. So we're going to end up with a free kick to the Bulldogs anyway. But yeah, that was not very good clearance from the Blues, and Bowden had to find some way of getting the ball away from the goal.
We were talking at three-quarter time about the fitness of both teams. I think they're actually both feeling it at the moment.
Yeah, I think they're both feeling it, yeah.
Some of those kicks are just getting a bit sloppy, and just, when you can't concentrate when you're unfit. So unfortunately, both teams are dropping off.
Unusual, really, for the Bulldogs, because they have been the one team who has been showing their fitness through, but maybe they needed more last week.
Oh, look at that! Toby's out the back.
Foley.
Oh, Toby's out the back. It's
Good
a cream.
goal.
He got the cream on the cake. Well done.
Is that the start of something to turn again for the Bulldogs? Because it's 10 goals 8 and brings the margin back to 14.
Extremely lucky goal.
Yeah, he happened to be
Well
free,
worked.
but hey,
Well
if he's
worked.
free,
Well
you got to work yourself free in these games to be able to score.
That's
so,
right. But you always love it when you're free over the back and the ball goes through the hands out to the back, and all you have to do is turn around and poke it through. So well done, Toby. Well read. And so we're back to a
restart by Calderon. And
nice slap there from Henderson. He gets slapped back. Oh, Hammett onto it.
Yeah.
Drives it forward. It goes over their heads. It's heading up. Oh, this is nice.
That's wide,
out.
Unfortunately.
It's wide. No, it's just a point.
Just a 1 point.
That was a good opportunity there. He had an open goal, young fella.
Pennickett. So another clearance from Johnston down towards a few players over there.
Hammett,
Blackler and
Ben Gruding. He's going to take him in a tackle, and I think it's going to be a ball up. Calderon on the half-forward flank for the Bulldogs.
Is that Dan Benny on the field over there?
Dan Benny is. And you've got Sauce. Sauce is back on. Sauce is back on.
Charlton clears it down towards. Who's down here to run onto the ball? Who's that? Is that Harpy over there? No, it's gone out.
It's gone out. They're loving the boundary line this quarter.
Yeah, I think we've had more throw-ins in this quarter than we had in the previous one. It's certainly been a lot over there this quarter.
So Sauce and Henderson to go up for the throw-in from Henry. And Sauce, and they come together and they both miss it. It bounces again high. It bounces up and down. It's going to be in a pack. And Lockie, no, it comes out and bobbles around. There's a big melee. Everyone's held up. Connor Allnut picks up the ball and tosses it back to the umpire.
For another throw-in.
We've got two boundary umpires over there. I'm not sure what they're both...
Adrian's
Adrian, sorry.
yeah.
Adrian is in the middle.
Yeah, so it wasn't actually a throw-in. It was just a ball up.
Correct.
Yeah. And
they're getting tired. They're hanging on to the ball.
Hanging on to the ball, hanging on to the players. Yeah, I would have thought the Bulldogs would have been, with their youngness, would have been just a little bit more
Johnny
fitness in them.
Kicks up, bounces through. Big Billy Hope. He's dragged to the ground. What did he do with it? Nothing. They picked it up.
Behind.
There's a big punch into the air.
By Little.
It goes back
to
Benny. Benny. Benny goes forward, and nice tap. Lockie McBride's there. Oh, off the ground.
Yeah, kicked away. George West was going over there to try and clear it, but he didn't get there in time. And we're going out again for another throw-in.
Okay, Henry's lining up. Throw this ball in. Got Sauce and Charlton in the ruck. And Sauce goes up. Then Charlton comes over the top with two hands, pulls at their feet, and Blackler hugs the ball, holds it up in play down there in the forward pocket for the Blues. Ball up again. This time, a bit of a punch, another punch out, and a bit of a clearance there from the Bulldogs. It goes out to Hammett in the right spot. He plays on quickly, upfield, and doesn't quite get it. Buzz disrupts.
Bowden got the hand to it just
Jaden and Stephen Van Grooting. Ball's in good hands. Nice kick. Plays it up for Cookie. Cookie can get onto this if he can. It bounces around. He's ducked under. Oh, that's gone, sir, isn't it? It is, sir.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yep.
I thought he might have been able to get a different calling there, but
he didn't do much with it.
He didn't
supposed
do
to handball. He didn't do it at all.
Hope
in the middle. That was a good tackle there.
Hope, where's he going to kick?
Really hope. He's in the Shakespeare production coming up, I believe.
Harpy going for
Harpy!
it. Yes, the full-time siren goes. And there we go. The Blues have managed to win after trailing at half-time. They have pulled in a beautiful third quarter and held the Bulldogs out in quarter 4 to have taken this. And just looking at the scoreboard there, 10-8-68 to the Bulldogs. 8.
Everyone's in front of the scoreboard. There we go. Quite
55 for the Bulldogs anyway.
Yeah.
So
well done, the Blues. That third quarter was the big difference. It was very tight up until half time, but then the Blues blew them off the paddock. It was good to see. Cordy was the game changer in that third quarter. He had 2 very good goals from distance, and he was able to, I think he made the difference there and opened up their play a lot. It was good to see.
The Bulldogs didn't seem to have anything left in that last quarter either.
They were just
they were tired, which is strange because
over
the age we thought it might have been something with their age that they might have been running home the fittest and the strongest, but the Blues with their cunning plan.
Yeah. So running out winners, the the Blues Football Club, 10-8-68 to 8-7-55. The Bulldogs, who did come from the bottom of the table in 2022 to contend for the grand final, but it is the Blues who are older and stronger, back-to-back grand finalists. It was bloody good to see, actually. Yes, and back-to-back
Probably
winners.
two passages of play in the first quarter where they got 4 goals, and in the third quarter they got 3 or something within a matter of minutes, just straight down the corridor.
Yeah.
And the Bulldogs couldn't stop that, and that was really the difference in the game.
Yeah, I mean, look, some of the play out of that middle, the midfield for the Blues with Faz and Charlton, Mackie, very strong players through there. So yeah, good, well done to them. They thoroughly deserved the.
Good game. It was a good game.
It was a good game.
Very good game. Very close game. Each team, Bulldogs had their chances. Hit the post there in the last quarter.
Oh yeah.
Another shot on goal from about 20 metres out, missed. So yeah, a couple of goals there would have made a huge difference.
Yes.
Get their confidence, going. Their morale.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you've got to take those chances.
Oh, absolutely.
You've got to get it into the forward line. It's hard to get it into the forward line, and you can't afford just to spray it.
Yeah.
Or just, if you've got to make sure of it.
One of the Blues probably used up about 5 minutes of time down there, just ball up, over in the boundary line as well. Just ball up.
Overall though, the Bulldogs should be happy about this. Not only coming from last year, but they haven't been that competitive against the Blues all season, and here they were leading at half time. They're only 13 points behind at the end of the game. They have got to come out of this feeling actually quite good, despite the loss.
If they can hold that team together for 2024,
young team holding the team next year, they'll be even better.
Well, the likes of who we got there, like those young fellas that have been around for a long time, Max Hammett and Lockie McBride, they started playing when they were 14. And we actually brought in a rule because they were really small, weedy little kids that we were scared they were going to get hurt. So we brought in a rule, you've got to be at least 17 or 16 with dispensation, parents' permission. So to see them now as adults, young men, they are beautiful kicks. They've been playing, now, 6 years?
You taught them well, Steve.
Yeah.
You're the coach of the Bulldogs there.
Well, that's right. And so you see the skills of them as they come through in the last 6 years. They are going to be the future of this team going forward. So, the Bulldogs, they've got a lot to be pleased about today, and they should be very proud. They'll certainly be in contention next year, I'd imagine. So
you think these guys are playing a lot of rugby during the winter are actually ready for AFL when they come to it?
Totally.
You reckon they're ready?
They are so fit.
Are they? You reckon they're fit? Okay, I'm just wondering if the rugby boys
do run the games out. They're
especially if they start early. You're talking about if they start early in the season, like some of these rugby tournaments are starting off up, earlier than April nowadays. They're playing games in March.
And that game at the end there, we thought the Bulldogs had run over the top of them. The wind dropped off a little bit, but you've still got to have the run in your legs. And I don't know if rugby players, depending on what position you play, of course, don't you? If you're a lock or somebody like that, you're probably not going to get those Ks into your legs. But some of the guys, maybe there's a lot more running in AFL. That's what I'm saying. A lot more running.
Right, now let's look at the Blues team.
Yeah.
They're obviously happy that they won. Are we going to lose any of their players for next year? Looking at who they've got in their squad.
Crescent, just age and crescent, I think you call it, don't you? Who knows? I mean, winners are grinners, and they want to come back and win a three-peat.
Yeah, well, I can see that with James Bowden. He's likely to come back because of the fact that we won again.
There's none of them can't get a kick. There's no Blues player out there who cannot get a kick. They're all useful in their own way. Like Cordy, who said today, kicked a couple of goals. He played defence most of the year. Put him up in attack. I think he was underestimated, not given enough respect, probably by the Bulldogs.
No, they didn't expect him up there, and when they did a couple of changes there because they swapped Jared Court for Billy Hope, so therefore Billy Hope, a goal scorer, was then in defence, and Court was up, who was their normal defender, up in front in the attack mode. And that would have caught the Bulldogs going, what's going on here? This is not the player I'm supposed to be marking.
Where did Billy Hope play then?
In defence.
In defence.
Centre half back.
Centre half back,
So, on Lockie McBride.
Yeah.
Like for like there.
That's right. Two tall units, both good kicks.
Good marks.
Good marks, overhead marks.
Yeah.
So maybe, it's probably some good tactical coaching there from Licky, who's able to, nullify that attack.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just Jared Court that moved from the back line to the forward line, because we saw in that quarter Matt Johansson going into the forward line as well. Now, who would have thought that?
Well, they swung them around, didn't they? I mean, they've got to, each player has to put his Ks in, doesn't he? So if somebody's had an easy day up in defence, maybe they put him in attack, or the wing, a high for half forward who can run all day, defend and attack. He's
not the coach of the year for nothing, obviously. There's obviously some tactical reasoning behind all of this, and that's paid off. He could see that there was something needed at half time.
Yep.
And he brought out the change.
I'd say with the Bulldogs, how many players they got that have played their first year this year?
There was a number.
15?
Yeah, 15.
No, I was just saying. So
most of the team.
To get that close against a wily team like the Blues, I think it's a good effort.
Yeah.
A lot of little things you learn with AFL, don't you? How to hold on to the ball and not drop it when you tackle, or how to release the ball properly, rather than just letting it go. And as we saw over here, young kid just got tackled and dropped the ball instead of handing it off.
Well, in those pressure moments, it all comes down to instinct and what you've learned all your life. And if you've played rugby and you know to hang on to the ball, don't let it go, or you have no idea, it just shows you. A seasoned AFL player will kick, hand pass, get rid of it. Whereas other players will just will not.
Panic.
Well, we're going to thank Leroy for today's commentary. Well done.
And you too, Steve.
How'd your son go?
Oh,
well, he
hasn't been yet. I thought he was going, but he wasn't. Anyway, we'll get to that later. Terry Anderson, special comments and running the boundary.
Who do you think player of the day?
Oh, we're going to find out over here. So,
who do you think, before they name him, who do you think?
Oh, who did I put down? Faz, I think.
Ferry?
Faz.
Yeah.
Faz Ferrier.
Has he won the best and fairest before here in CAFL?
Oh, yeah, he won it 2 years in a row prior to this year. But certainly, he was my pick there. So
I think the Blues, when you look at the Blues, how many of those players who are flying over each week or, driving up from Dunedin are going to carry on next year to do that? It's a big ask, isn't it?
Yes.
So 3 or 4 of their best players are actually travelling very long distances to play, which you've got to, commemorate their commitment and dedication. But, those guys, okay, maybe they'll pull up, put their boots on next year. Good on them if they do.
That's right.
Long way to come.
So we've got to wind it up here, the central commentary position. So, thanks very much to Evil Streams, Morgan Williams, for putting on a great show. Does it every year, or the last 2 years. So it's been fantastic to have Morgan on board to live stream our grand final. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. We certainly have enjoyed bringing it to you. And the awards were coming on. We'll let everyone know about those. But from us, from the central commentary position, have a great day. Thanks very much to everyone who helped us out.
Thank you.
Righto, welcome back to the Canterbury AFL Grand Final, where the Blues have come out on top with a very good victory over the Christchurch Bulldogs. The final scores, if we can read them from there, 10-8-68 to 8-7-55. We're going to have the awards ceremony just over here in a few minutes, but thanks very much to Evil Stream, Morgan Williams for their live streaming service. Woohoo! Rock and roll! And also to our cameraman Andre and Daryl and also Russ. They did a fantastic job. Also to Leroy Greenaway, our other commentator, and also to special comments from Terry Anderson. Also, Emily Langridge on the scoreboard, kept up with all the scores. So well done. Excellent stuff. So we might wander over to the other side, and we're going to go and see what the awards are like. Come with me. Do you reckon we can get that far? We don't know. I mean, you couldn't expect a better day for a grand final. This season we have been having horrendous rain, horrendous wind. We had gale force winds where the teams could only manage 1 goal, 4 points for the whole game. We've had, as I said, lots of rain, and now we've got beautiful sunshine, hardly a breath of air. It's been a fantastic season for CAFL, or special grand final day, I should say. And it's probably well received that the Blues are actually victors in the end, because they have been the form team, actually undefeated, 10 games straight. So it's a pretty good, big ups to them for what they've been able to do with their season. Andrew Leckie, the coach, being coach of the year, he's been able to pull this team together. What we've liked about them, if something's going wrong in one quarter, he gets them into the huddle, and it all turns to gold in the second or third quarters. So after each time they have a break, they do turn their game around. We're just waiting on the awards ceremony. Hopefully they won't be too far away. Looks like Matt is coming up to the mic. So let's maybe come over here. We'll have a...
Can we get the presentations underway, if everyone can make their way over in front of the scoreboard, please? Thank you, Mr.
This is Cure Ong, Language Services. He's our main sponsor. Cure. Welcome, Cure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for sponsoring today. What did you think of the game?
It was a great game, and I liked the commentary. We are happy to sponsor this grand final, and we hope to be the main sponsor again next year.
All right, excellent. Yes. Listen to what Matt's got to
first
say.
And foremost, welcome again, 2023 CAFL Grand Final. I think based on the day we've had, both the weather, the environment, the supporters, and most of all the quality of the game befits a grand final that we all probably hoped for. So can I just get everyone to give everyone a round of applause, please? Fantastic. So we've got a fair few presentations to get through. We're going to start with the season's minor premiership cup, which I guess could have been presented earlier in the piece, but we wanted to do it before we get into the grand final presentation. So clearly during the season we had an unbeaten team. So if I can ask the captain of the Blues to come up and accept the minor premiership. Great season, Jay. I'll call you back for a speech shortly. All right. First presentation from the grand final day is the best of field. We had 3 independent judges around the traps. We don't do it on the umpires anymore. It's a lot harder to watch the game and try and come up with the best player. This player was the unanimous choice amongst those 3 judges. Best of field for 2023 is Dan Farah.
cracker game. Cheers to the Bulldogs. Cheers to the Blues. This could have gone to probably 4 other boys or 5, who knows. We just played so well. Absolute cracker goals from you guys. Sensational day. That's all that can be said. This is why we play, boys. Love you all. Cheers.
Well done, Dan. Thank you. We've just got one other award from the season that we'd like to announce. Obviously, we didn't have the ability to present this on Monday night. Our umpire of the year was one of the few umpires out there today, Anthony Calderon.
Well done, Anthony.
Can I ask Henry Russell, the captain of the Bulldogs, to come up and say a few words, please?
Yeah, well, firstly, thanks to the umpires. Yeah, we can't play this game without you guys, and thank you for coming week in, week out. We really appreciate it, and well umpired today. We're very grateful. Yeah, credit's due. Congrats to the Blues. You know, it came down to the final couple of minutes, and it could have gone either way, we reckon. But yeah, tough pill to swallow for us. And but no, congratulations, you boys. Celebrate tonight. You guys have deserved it. Yeah, congrats. And to my boys, yeah, wow, what a season. You know, we're a very young team, and we're only building a lot of first-year players this year. And from where we've come from, with 4th place the last 2-3 years to grand final this year, it's amazing. The culture we've created is brilliant. I'm really grateful to be a Bulldog, and yeah, hopefully we're back in this position. Well, hopefully winning next year. Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. Congrats, Blues. Sorry, our player of the day was Jaden Astridge.
Jay Johnson, captain of the Blues, can I get you to come up and say a few words before we get into the presentations of the medals? We're then going to do the medals. Jay, you can present a medal for each of your players, and then we'll do the cup at the end.
Yeah, I guess firstly, Henners, you and your boys, a bloody tough game out there, one of the toughest games I've played. It's really good to play you boys, and it's massive to see how much young boys you've got coming through, and no doubt you boys will be on the other end of this in a few years to come. So yeah, keep showing up, boys, and all the best for next year. We'll see you again round one. Our boys, pretty massive, to back up another season. To go through undefeated is another big thing for us. And yeah, just a few mentions to all our champion boys who come from the West Coast and down south, and our coach doesn't even live in Christchurch, but he comes up every week, so it's pretty special. And yeah, umpires, thanks for showing up week in, week out. And yeah, Maddie and the rest of the CAFL committee, just a massive thanks from us. Yeah, that's all I've got. Thank you. Sammy B, up for a medal. Work, Sammy. Joshy Charlton. Dan Denny. Big T. Billy down the back.
Both the Mets next to each other. Cesar, big player of the day. DJ. Jimmy. Joe. Cesar.
We're clearly the oldest team.
Papa. Will.
Thanks.
JR. Big Corny first game up front, kicks 2 goals, no good. Buzzy. Halo. Mick. Connor. It's Bill. Big Peter. Joey's up.
Yeah, you're up. Yeah, you're up. We don't get one, right?
Super George.
I want it on, sweetie.
We only got one for the coach, but I think. One per day, and then we've got one left.
Oh yeah, it was two. Yeah, I get two.
That's it, mate. One. That's for you. Oh, yep. Thank you. Yep, and that's John's. All right. Well done.
Beauty, well done.
Jay, well done the Blues.
Maybe we need to introduce CAFL Daddy Daycare, or does it speak to the age of the Blues compared to the age of the Bulldogs? But well done. So time to present the cup. Can I ask the coach and the captain of the Blues please to be up front here? And I'll ask Ricky, the CAFL Vice President, to present the Premiership Cup.
Okay, you can hear me? Yeah, just again to the Bulldogs, what a game. Like you fellas, I've watched you very closely. I actually thought you were going to be our opponents last year to be our opponents this year. What a sensational, you know, kind of half of footy that you put together in that first half. You kept rolling on, you're at us the whole time. I love the size of your team, right? You've got lots of youth about you. Stay together. The brand of footy that you play is just really phenomenal. So hats off to you boys. Brilliant. To my boys, I asked them to reset at half-time. We were down. I'm not sure if we've been down this year, but by golly, we were behind it. We swung Cordy forward, and the Magic Man's been telling us he can kick a couple of goals, and he sure did. And what do you know, we fought it out, and we managed to have a great season that's finished off with the game that really counts. So awesome work, fellas, and now we get to enjoy it, eh?
Blues boys! Yes, boys! Let's get in here. Watch the kids. Yep. We're good. Oh, you want that? Drop the cup. Stand there, shorties. Get in front, If we got a blue, come in.